many times do we need to see white people also get beaten before anybody will do anything? I'm not suggesting that. So don't write us and tell me what a racist I am. I'm just asking, is that what people have to see in order to wake up and realize this affects us all?
Head over to Salt Must Flow, get yourself a stay strapped shirt, sweater, cup, anything. Stay strapped up because you're not going to want to call the police. If Whoopi Goldberg and all these trash bag Democrat globalist sponsors get what they want, you're not going to want to call the police because the police are all going to work for Nancy Pelosi and they're going to crack your skull. Take a look at this. Everybody is still screaming that this Tyree Nichols situation is white supremacy. They keep telling everybody, don't look. Oh my God, everybody, don't look at the video. Don't look at the video. Oh my God, I've won 1,024th of black and I can't see the video. Don't watch the video. They don't want you to see the video because they don't want normies to figure out that it's 5 black cops beating to death a black dude because they need to push their white supremacy narrative because all of these race-baiting monsters over here make money and get political clout over racial animus. So they need to stoke it. Whoopi Goldberg over here says the only way that we're going to stop black cops from beating to death a black person is if white people start getting cracked in their skulls in the street. I want to see some crack of blood. I need these cops to start killing some crackers in the street. And she goes, and by the way, oh my God, don't write me. Right? I don't want to see, you exactly want to see this. Of course you want to see this. This is why you keep invoking race in this situation. It's 5 black cops who beat to death a black dude. How the hell does that have anything to do with white supremacy? Without any convoluted CRT nonsense. She wants more of this. She wants more racial division. She needs it. Her show needs it. This is the only way they get views over here. They're selling a lot of advertising revenue in between all of this race stoking because that's how this works for the left-hand side. They need to bring in. The actual supply of racism doesn't meet the demand. So you got to it's white supremacy. The only way we're going to see cop reform over here is if you crackers start getting your teeth busted out by the police. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. Of course, nobody talks about it. Here, they sick a dog on this dude, and then they beat the hell out of him. Look, they got the dog still on the dude. Got him on his nuts over there. Yep, beating the hell out of the dude. Trying to have the dog rip out his organs. Nobody cares. It's white. Who cares? Who cares? It's not a big deal. Whoopi Goldberg ain't going to talk about that. CNN's not going to talk about that. Well, this is just one time. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Here they're beating the hell out of this dude. Look, knees to his head. There goes punches to the head. They need him right into the ribs, the spine. They're sitting there, hey, get us some more cops. Get us some more cops. We got to smash this dude's face. Look, you're going to smash his head into the ground later on. But it's all fine because he's white. And nobody cares about this. They can't get any more political clout. They can't sell any Pfizer products on their show with stuff like this. I don't care about this. This doesn't get them to the ends that they're looking for. There you go. Smash his head into the ground. There you go. And by the way, I don't care that they're doing this. Who cares? I mean, this dude over here is he's probably a lunatic who was running from the cops. He was probably fighting the cops, and now the cops, we went up the cops to do. You want the cops to go, oh, well, listen, well, he's fighting back. We better let him go. No, go and beat the hell out of him. Fine with that, all right? This is insane. You show me a situation where a dude's just walking down the street and the cops all jump out and beat the hell out of him, I'll have a problem with it, right? But don't sit there and tell me that you care so much about this Tyree Nichols situation because it never happens to white people. It happens to white people all the time. Got that famous situation in Arizona a year or two ago where they shot the homeless dude. He was just sitting on the thing. You're just sitting there, and the cops roll up, and they just shoot him. Shot him. So they won't talk about that. They don't care about that. It doesn't help them get to the means that they want. The means that they want is they want to defund cops. The defund the cop rhetoric has really backfired. So they still need to defund the cops. The end goal is to replace your local cops and your sheriffs with the federal police. They want police that answer to Nancy Pelosi. They want criminal, thug-like cops. And they want to be able to control just 1 or 2 people over all of this. And when it's spread out across all of these states and all of these counties, it's harder for them to do. So that's what they're doing over there. That's why they always scream about black people being beaten to death by cops. It's white supremacy, even if the cops are black, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of the police structure, the policing structure that we have right now. The policing structure that we have right now has a lot of problems in it. But it's not black cops systematically hunting down innocent black people just on their way to engineering school, like Whoopi Goldberg over here would have you think. Just not what's happening. The statistic, now this plays out, by the way. The cops are killing more white people than they are black people. And then all of the left wing goes, yeah, but there's more white people out there. There's more white people. It's funny how that logic plays out when it comes to cops killing white people. But when it comes to, oh, I don't know, people trying to sell a product, you got a product out there, they're trying to sell sunblock, but you want to have, I don't know, black people on all of the ads, even though 60% of the country is white. It doesn't work out there, but when it comes to cop statistics, all of a sudden it works out. Hey, who's interacting more with cops? Is it white people or black people? And I think it's black people by a lot, but yet they're still killing more white people. We don't necessarily have a racial issue with cops. We got a problem where we've got bad people being cops. And in this situation, where these 5 cops beat the hell out of this black dude and killed him, you know that these are all diversity hires, right? You know, in this place that is predominantly black, city council's black, the mayor's black, chief of police is black, most of the police are black, everybody's black, and it's white supremacy. You know, they wash out all the good cops. All of the cops with the moral compass have left, because of course you have at this point. You just saw 5 black cops beat to death a black dude. It's still white people's fault. So white people are like, oh, hell no, I'm getting out of here. The only thing that you have left are criminals who would have been able to be cops just a few years ago. All of these people got long rap sheets. They're wife beaters, drug slingers, drug addicts. They've been in the prison system, and they're still allowed to be cops because nobody else wants to be cops. And this is working as planned. These people stoke the racial animus over here. They say, oh, all the cops are racist. All the black cops are killing black people because of white supremacy. We've got to get rid of cops. All cops are evil. And then all the good cops go, fuck this, I don't need this noise. And they leave. And then you're only left with bad cops. And then they go, well, see, told you, everybody. Well, now we just need to get rid of all of these police stations, all of these local police departments, all of these sheriffs, and we'll just have federal cops. And it's going to get way worse. Then it's going to get way worse. You're going to want to make sure that you stay strapped and you take care of stuff yourself, because you won't want a Nancy Pelosi. You don't want a police force that answers to Nancy Pelosi, especially if you're a conservative, MAGA supporter. You're just against the establishment and the regime. They'll kill you. They'll kill you. They'll let you die. That's what's going on over here. So here you go. Here's the machine still going out there and saying the only way to solve this is if we get more white people killed by cops. And she knows full well that white people are being killed by cops. She knows full well that the cops are beating the shit out of white people. All dumb. It's all a trap. And she's playing her part, and she's a scumbag piece of shit. There you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Support channel. You've already kept up to date with these race grifters over here trying to move our civilization off a cliff. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.
Problems with vaccines. The current vaccines are not infection blocking. They're not broad, so when new variants come up, you lose protection, and they have very short duration.
Well, the mainstream media press does not want you talking about the biggest story of the week. No, I ain't talking about the 5 black cops that beat to death a black suspect because of white supremacy. That's the story the mainstream media press wants you to talk about. The story that is full of brain blood clots, if you ask me. No, I'm talking about this over here, where this dude working for Pfizer totally freaked out and attacked Project Veritas, screaming that he's literally a liar. He was just lying to impress a date, that he was committing war crimes with Pfizer, mutating the COVID-19 virus into more variations so they could sell more injections that are experimental to dumb people who are still going along with this grift. Well, this video has been taken down by YouTube, by the way. So the video that's got 20 plus million views on Twitter has been yanked down because of what? Fifis? You're not allowed to record gay black dudes in a restaurant? Is that legal now? Is that illegal? Or is it because Pfizer dumps a lot of money into YouTube, so YouTube's got to protect themselves? But our boys over at Rumble said, no, not on our watch. Not on our watch. Rumble's got this plastered and posted to their front. It's pinned to the front page of Rumble. That's how important Rumble is in this fight. Good on these guys over here. So YouTube doesn't want you seeing this. And this guy, after being confronted about the original video, was screaming that he was literally a liar because he didn't want to upset his overlords over at Pfizer. Because, of course, they would never engineer a virus to make it more deadly. They would never do gain of function. They would never, ever force evolution on a virus and then sell a bunch of experimental concoctions that clearly work well to the federal government by stealing our taxpayer money to fund the entire scam. No. Oh, wait, no, they totally would. They totally would. Pfizer put out a statement Friday night, 11 at night, if you're on the East Coast on Thursday. And in this, here's the full press release over here. Gateway Pundits got it. Look at this. This is their statement. They had to put out a statement because 20 million people saw it. And then Pfizer called up YouTube and said, you need to deep six that video because we don't want another 20 million seeing it. So, of course, YouTube said, sure, we'll do that. Yeah, we're totally evil over here, so we'll get rid of that. And in this, I don't know, mess of a statement, Dr. Robert Malone, one of the pioneers, if not the lead architect of mRNA technology, came out and said, here, look at this piece right here. Quote, this is from the Pfizer statement. In the ongoing development of the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, Pfizer has not conducted gain-of-function or directed evolution research. Working with collaborators, we have conducted research where the original SARS-CoV-2 virus has been used to express the spike protein from new variants of concern. This work is undertaken once a new variant of concern has been identified by the public health authorities. This research provides a way for us to rapidly assess the ability of existing vaccine to induce antibodies that neutralize newly identified variant of concern. Who are these collaborators that you're collaborators? A vague legal term. Then they go on, and don't worry, we're totally doing it in a level 3 biolab. Where at? Where's that lab at? In Ukraine? Is that lab in Ukraine? They go on to say that, so that's the first paragraph. And Dr. Malone's saying, notice that they are doing gain-of-function research. This is the exact type of gain-of-function research that Boston University was just caught doing. But they're just denying that it's gain-of-function. See, gain-of-function is one of these rapidly changing phrases and definitions. So what gain-of-function means now isn't what gain-of-function used to mean. So they keep interchanging, they use the same word, but they keep changing the definition of it, the legal definition of it. They are forcing evolution on this virus in a biolab with collaborators. Are these foreign entities? Is this a Wuhan lab? Is this China? Is it Ukraine? Where are these labs at? This is like the Paul Pelosi tape. This is only begging a lot more questions. So that's how they start off this statement. Dr. Malone's pointing out that this is exactly what they just got caught doing at Boston University, right? The third paragraph of this, by the way, they then go on, well, listen, so we don't do gain of function. We're not forcing evolution. But, we are kind of doing this over here. In addition to meet U.S. and global regulatory requirements of our oral treatment, Paxlovid, Pfizer is undertaking in vitro work in a laboratory to identify potential resistance mutations to one of the key aspects of Paxlovid. I can't pronounce that right there. With a naturally evolving virus, it is important to routinely assess the activity of an antiviral. Most of the work is conducted using computer simulations or mutations of the main protease of a non-infection part of the virus. In a limited number of cases, when the full virus does not contain any known gain-of-function mutations, such viruses may be engineered to enable an assessment of the antiviral activity in the cells. They are conducting gain-of-function. They are forcing evolution through this. They say they're not doing it, and then they say, well, we're doing it with computer simulations in most cases. I'm not worried about most cases. I'm worried about the cases where you're not doing it in a computer simulation. The one where you're admitting that you're doing it in a biosafety level 3 lab. It's the same thing. That's where they put anthrax. That's where they mess with anthrax. This is insane. Everything that happened in this video is absolutely true. Pfizer just admitted it. And in a very bizarre, double-speak 1984 way of doing it, they say, number one, that they're not forcing the engineering. They're not doing gain-of-function, but then they are doing it. This is madness. It's absolute madness. This is why YouTube doesn't want this video up. This is why they're so concerned about 20 plus million people seeing it on Twitter. This is why they don't want Elon Musk opening up Twitter. They don't want Dr. Robert Malone to have his Twitter account. They don't want James O'Keefe to have a Twitter account. They don't want Project Veritas to have a Twitter account. They don't want 20 million people watching a dude on a grinder date spilling the beans that this pharmacological corporation is doing madness. They are making mutations. They are the ones causing mutations, and they've got a vaccine that works so well that you dumb assholes are on your 8th fucking shot of it. They're doing it all for profit. They don't care about you. All of the regulators in Washington, D.C. are all previous Pfizer executives. All the current Pfizer executives were previously running the FDA. They're all in bed together. And you dumb idiots who are on your 18th shot of this, congratulations, you are part of a fucking scam. Wake the hell up. Thank you to Rumble for pinning this to the front of their page, how important this video is. So go to the video for the lulz and the hilariousness of this dude attacking Project Veritas and trying to break a tablet in order to remove a video off of the internet. That's a dude who's got a medical degree, by the way, Abe. That's the type of individual with very low self-esteem, low willpower, very low self-control, and very limited intelligence when it comes to how the fucking inner zones works, trying to break a tablet to stop a video that's gone COVID viral. 20 million views. Good. Make these people panic. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video support channel. You want to be kept up to date. Can't speak. I need Paxlovid for my mouth. You want to be kept up to date with Pfizer, bioengineering, bioweapons, and selling vaccines. If you want to keep calling them that, hit that subscribe button and make way. Because the salt must flow. Feels a little bit like Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day. I don't know. January. Listen, finally got ourselves some Pelosi video, and of course we'll be going over that. But got a lot of happenings happening, of course, as we hurtle through 2023. Another month, pretty much in the books. Holy hell! Clown World's not getting any less crazy. We've got the Hammer story. There's MC Hammer joke in there somewhere. Do 20-year-olds know who MC Hammer is? All of us 40-year-old boomers are like, oh my god, how do you not know who MC Hammer is? How do you not understand how this works? How are all of these MC Hammer memes flying over your heads? Get off our lawn. It'll happen to you. It'll happen to you. We might sound crazy now, but one day you'll wake up and the things that you thought were cool won't be cool, and things that are happening now that are cool you won't understand. It'll happen to you. It'll happen to you. They won't even get that, by the way. They won't even understand what's going on. If you're under 40, get out of here. Get out of here, right? Meow. Stay off our lawn and get out of our inner zones. This is for old people only. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. As always, we'll be covering. I think Memphis is on fire. I think Memphis and New York and Portland and Seattle and all of these places are on fire. Right? Did they release? We're waiting for a lot of video camp released today, everybody. He definitely got touched. Oh man, the Paul Pelosi Hammer story. It didn't get any clearer. I like on the left hand side. I don't know. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save the Pelosi stuff. All right, we got Pelosi stuff. We got Veritas stuff. You know, we got everything tonight, lads. Everything tonight. But let's start with a little bit. How do we get here? What's the biggest threat other than hammers and Antifa setting everything on fire? Almost like purple rainbows. How did we get here? Well, I got a clip. People have, first of all, that is the best freeze framed of Louis C.K. ever. That's what Paul Pelosi. Oh, this is what we're up against in this country. Western civilization. This is our war. This guy right here is the equivalent of one of these scumbags hundreds of years ago that would just open the gate up to the hordes. Like, what? No, we have the same exact problem. The same exact problem. People were asking me. This is an old clip. This happened a few days ago. It happened yesterday, which is old. A lot of people screaming at me that the meth head transgender lunatic axing somebody. That's old. It's new to me. It was new to me. The 11 million other people that just found it the other day on Twitter. But this is also old. This is Louis C.K. People were asking me if I had seen this. Like, I don't give a. Who cares about Louis C.K.? Louis C.K. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this 2012? Who the hell cares about Louis C.K.? Does Louis C.K. even comedy anymore? Does anybody know if Louis C.K. is still relevant? I know the machine tried to go after him after he showed his penis. His uncircumcised penis to Sarah Silverman. Was it Sarah Silverman? Sarah Silverman wanted to cut the tip of his dick off, I heard. Anywho, I haven't heard anything from him since. Don't really. I mean, this guy used to be one of the comedy heroes. I think he got absolutely browbeat by the establishment. And I think he leaned into that direction after surviving the cancel culture that came after him. And it wasn't for the better. Listen to what this. So people are like, "Do you hear what he had to say?" I was like, I don't know. So I finally heard it. This is exactly what's going on. This is insane. Just a heads up. We could give you gonna get a little bit of brain AIDS before I give you the brain AIDS of the Pelosi situation. We'll give you the brain AIDS of Louis C.K.
But my feeling is they should open it, the border, and just let them pour it, let everybody pour in, and then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should be. It shouldn't be so great here, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh man. For all the libtards who are rushing into again, because you've subscribed to this channel so you can down to me. Congratulations. I live it rent free in your small, tiny, pea-sized hormone block brains. I know you're absolutely convinced that I'm a racist. Stick around for 2 more seconds so I can really rock your world. The most dangerous threat to our civilization is white people, especially white chicks, white liberal chicks. But that's an insane thing to say. Only white people would say something that stupid. Only a white person would be like, yeah, we should like super duper just open up the board. Even the illegal aliens that break into this place. Once they break into this place, they want to lock that door. Lock that door. All of the Mexicans that break into this place, like, don't let them Hondurans in. The Hondurans like, don't let the Venezuelans in. The Venezuelans like, don't let the Guatemalans in. Everybody's like, no, slam that door. Slam that door. Only a libtard would say something this. We deserve it? Could you imagine this? We deserve it? I just opened up the borders. Sure, it'll be chaos. Sure. But we deserve it. No, we don't deserve it. The hell are you talking about it? This guy, you know he lives in a gated community, right? You know that he's got a security system around his house, far superior, I imagine, than Paul Pelosi's home security. Anything would be far secure than Paul Pelosi's security, apparently. So he lives in a gated community. I don't think that you could just walk into one of his shows. What is there, a 3-drink minimum? Is there a Paul Pelosi amount of drink minimum at a Louis C.K. show? Can I just walk into there? Hey, you got a border around your bank account, idiot? Can I just walk into your bank account? What an insane thing to say. What an insane thing to say. And then he tries to draw some, well, Americans shouldn't have it so good. Man, imagine that. Imagine all of your forefathers, imagine all of your ancestry grinded out in this country, right? Every single person in my family grinded it out in this country. They were all tax chumps, paying the taxes, going to work every day, grinding it out. My dad working 6 days a week. just so he could have entry-level middle class being tax molested by the illegitimate IRS. Imagine doing all of this. Most of the men in my family signed up, put their lives on the dotted line for this country, and then to have this doughboy soy come out, roundhead lunatic, well, you guys you deserve it. Shouldn't have it so good. Shouldn't have it so good. Louis C.K. was reprogrammed. That makes a lot of sense. Well, you just deserve it. We should just open up it would be the entire system, which is already brutalized, would completely fall in itself, implode, catch on fire, and kill everybody, you dumb idiot. You can't just have the entirety of the world flood into this place. He still wants to have it good. He still wants to make sure that he's got his gated community. He wants to have a fence and a wall around his house. He wants armed people protecting his neighborhood. He wants armed people protecting his bank account. He doesn't want an open bank account border. These people all talk like this. All these libtards talk like this. And this is a very naive, dumb person, useful idiot, or an evil person. I can't tell with this dude. I have no idea. But his logic is insane. It just doesn't make any sense.
In America, it shouldn't be. It's a weird thing to sequester a certain group of people and try to keep upping their lifespan and their lifestyle.
Yeah, no. We didn't sequester anybody. We're trying to keep you guys out. This place was built by far stronger and superior men and women than Louis C.K. And we're trying to protect that. There is a value and a quality of life that we have in this place that was paid for with ingenuity, with the pioneering spirit, with the foundational principles of this country that are far superior than all these other places that have fallen in on themselves due to corruption. We're trying to keep all that at bay. We're trying to keep all that out of our system, and you just want to let it in. This is suicide. He's suicidal. We're going to find you, Louis C.K., and we're going to kick you the hell out of this country. We're going to kick the professors that preach this out of this country. We're kicking you. You guys are dangerous to our way of life. And we shouldn't need to sequester. Oh, you're going to hoard all the wealth. You're going to hoard all the wealth. No, we're protecting it. We're protecting it. All these other places are full of communist, socialist, Marxist tyrants who have destroyed their societies with corruption. And it's seeping into ours. There's always going to be an aspect to it. But you guys just let it in here. He says, open up the board, let everybody in. Okay. All right. Anybody who talks like that, we bust in all the illegals to your house. We bust in all the illegals to your house. You're fine with it. They're never fine with it, by the way. All the people who talk like this want you to pay the price and deal with the consequences of their rhetoric. His rhetoric's empty. He doesn't live up to any of this. He doesn't hold any of this actually true. None of these are base principles to this man. He wants to go out there and say this type of nonsense, flowery utopia, this communism. These are all ideals that are essentially fairy tales for adults. Santa Claus for adults. These things don't exist in reality. You can't have this. But what's the worst thing that's going to happen? People are going to get murdered. Yes, idiot. Illegals are constantly killing people in this country. They're constantly raping people in this country, moron. So, to Louis C.K., I hope that you continue taking your booster shots. I hope you get climate change, and I hope you get refugeed. I hope you get asyleed. I hope you get open-bordered, Louis C.K. I hope everything that you're talking about on this is Joe Rogan's podcast. This is a reach of millions and millions of people. I hope everything that you're talking about, I hope you are on the receiving end of it, you dumb idiot. This is insane. None of they all talk like this, by the way. All of these libtards. And then when you say, listen, that's completely unsustainable, then they go, you racist? You xenophobic? I guess I am then. Yep. Whatever. Okay, yeah, I guess so. I guess, yeah. Yeah. I want an American way of life, an American quality of life for Americans. There's a way to get in here, by the way. There's a line to come in here. You're more than welcome to come in here. Yeah, we're gonna put you through a test. We want to make sure that you want to assimilate. You got to wait your turn in line. You got to show some basic principles to get into this place. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we got a bare minimum standard to get into the place that everybody on the planet wants to break into. Meanwhile, all these pricks like Louis C.K. and these libtards who are totally advocating for all of the world's crappiest people to jump the line in front of all of these people who are paying their dues to get into this country legally, all of those people would lose their mind if you cut in front of them at a Target. Right? Do it. Next time you see Louis C.K. at the grocery store, just cut the line. Whenever you see Louis C.K. at a Target or a Nordstrom or wherever the hell he shops at, whenever you see him at the Eyeglass Hut, you just cut right in front of him. You're like, hey, dude, you fine with people breaking into my country? So no, I'm just gonna walk right in front of him. He'll flip out. He'll lose his mind. He'll probably try to assault you with his Louis arm. If he's got any ounce of testosterone left. Oh man. Wow, that's crazy. YouTube just struck the Project Veritas video. They gotta get rid of that. We're going to be talking about Project Veritas. Project Veritas outing these people. I want Project Veritas to Veritas me some Louis C.K. He shoves at Kids R Us. I heard he hangs out at Kids R Us. Oh man, Louis C.K. is what's referred to as an imbecile. He's a useful idiot. He talks like this because this is how he gets his next Netflix deal. This is the deal that he's made with the devil. So he'll go out there and he'll say the most ridiculous stuff on Joe Rogan's podcast, and this is how he'll get his Netflix special. Louis C.K. small in the crotch. Something like that's not quite sure, but yeah, of course it is. Yeah, he wants us all to be cocks. Bless you, Salty. I'm drunk. Oh no. Please, Sacramento. Sacramento's drunk chatting. I'm drunk and have converted my libtard Canadian girlfriend to MAGA shield maiden. I love that you have become a voice of reason and memes. May you live long and have much success, Sacramento. Thank you. Oh man. Oh, Sacramento on some Paul Pelosi energy. Oh man. The video, we're going to get to that. Don't worry, we won't get to the Paul Pelosi video. We got lots of videos to talk about tonight, right? You're going to get that. But yeah, there's Louis C.K. That's just a small taste. That's what your college institutions are moving us towards. This is what the streaming services, this is what corporate culture is trying to tell you. Corporate media, corporate news, corporate education, corporate comic books, they're all trying to push us into this direction. You need to fight back with everything that you got. Fire everything against this message. You're speaking to the choir, of course. If you're here, you already know what these people are up to. You already know what they're doing. But that's what they're trying to hit your kids with. That's what they want. They want your kids to be, they want your men to be women, your women to be men. They want everybody to be all confused, and they want the gates to open up to all these people who hate you, by the way. They hate you. You think the people breaking in from Venezuela like you? I told this story a million times. When I was like 20, I had a coworker. The coworker was an anchor baby, and the anchor baby was like, "Oh yeah, my family hates. My family that broke into this country hates illegal aliens. They hate the system, and they want the border locked up. They want the border. This is under Obama." Like, yeah. And I was sitting there going, but you're illegal. Your parents have been here 40 years. They still don't speak English. This place is so generous, and this place is so tolerant that you could operate in this country for 40 years and not speak the language. You guys aren't fine with illegal. You guys are against. That blew my mind. One of my earliest red pills. And the chick was like, oh yeah, my family hates illegal aliens because they undercut them. Yeah, but your family's neat. You go, yeah. Every successive wave of illegal aliens undercuts the illegal alien wave before them. So illegal aliens are against open border policies. And the only people who are for open border policies are rich white libtards. It's you idiots. It's all you dumb assholes who come from these families that are rich. Go look at Antifa. I would say a good 60-70% of these mentally ill, meth head, meth mouth lunatics from Antifa, whenever they actually get arrested, you find out later on that their families all got like 3 houses. I'm fighting climate changes, but on the weekend I'm in Barbados. I'm on a 2-stroke jet ski on the weekend at Ibiza. I thought you were fighting climate change. Oh, well, I'm not bashing the fash. They're all rich. They're all rich. My grandfather, who was a Vietnam veteran, would be spinning in his grave right now. Matt, you with that? Yeah. Louis C.K. has sacrificed nothing for this country, which is why he's so willing to give up all of the fruit of this country. All we ask, all MAGA has ever asked for, is that if you want to be in America, then you be an American. And you follow the principles that made America the place that you wanted to break into. You need to come in here legally, you need to come in here lawfully, you need to assimilate, you need to add something to us, and then we're more than happy to have you. Those are the best people on the planet. You other trash bags who've broken into this place, you're illiterate in your own home country, you've effed up everything over there, and you're just parasites being used by a bunch of uber-rich globalists trying to destroy this place, and you use weirdos and degenerates like Louis C.K. over here to try to brain bash the rest of us. We ain't putting up with it. We ain't putting up with it. CK's not dumb or evil, he's both. Yep. That makes sense to me. Salty rough week in the non-profit Democrat world. I waited all day for you. J.C. Hecker, thank you so much. If you are in a Democrat-run place, you better watch out. Things will catch on fire tonight. They catch lots of video drops happening right now. And the left-hand side, of course, going out there and building businesses. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no. I meant to say burning businesses to the ground. Did you hear Bongino's take today? Sounds like he's been able to sew everything together from Hillary to Biden to Obama, all down to the recent FBI arrest. That guy going to flip for Durham. Trish, no, I haven't. No, I haven't heard Bongino's take on this. I want to, I think, doesn't Bongino own a part of Rumble? How do I get on Bongino's radar? Let me on that dude's radar. That dude has the perfect shaped head for a guy who is exuding testosterone. Have you seen Dan Bongino's head? Man, I'm telling you right now, you could probably cut diamonds with that thing. His haircut's all fitted. That guy sweats testosterone. I'd like to lick his forehead. That's how you get on people's radar. He's going to block me, and he's probably going to kick me off Rumble, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said. 2 fingers and a thumb's the devil's side. What is that? Louis C.K. over here is doing the 2.5 in the pink and the thumb in the stink. He's got it all messed up. That's the Pelosi version, by the way. Woo! The thumb! You're going straight for the thumb? Woo! Oh, man. Send lawyers, guns, and money. What is that, Quick Master? There you go. Salty Preacher Brother, I had a Salvadorian girlfriend once who wanted me to emigrate here illegally. I deported her! Oh, man. Seattle, do it yourself guy. Thanks, bro. Crazy. All right. We gotta get into it. First of all, if you're in Memphis, watch out. Watch out. Because things are getting spicy. Things are getting spicy all over the place, by the way. Hate to say it. Even in the UK, got some bad news. Looks like I was wrong. I've been wrong a little bit lately. We're going to be going over some of those wrongisms as I correct myself, and I was wrong. Apparently, transgender people are being murdered, or drag people are being murdered. Okay, all right. You might have heard of this, where you've got a transgender drag dude or something. I don't know. He's been murdered in the UK, and it was probably done by MAGA supporting terrorists. They want you to know that this death right here is on your heads. All of your rhetoric, all of your shenanigans, all of your disgust of drag weirdos showing their balls to small children, you got that. Dude, Abe, help. Abe, you've been shot in the head, so maybe you can make sense of this over here. Dude, woman, chick, whatever this thing is right here, this death is on your head. This is what they want you to know, by the way. Whenever you get a drag person or a trans person killed, they constantly run out immediately. All of the corporate media, all of the defense apparatus, this is your fault, MAGA! Even if it's in the UK, it's still your fault. You're leaving something conveniently out of this, by the way. Oh, yeah, sex offender. A dude who's been accused of raping 4 people. You left that part out. You left that part out. Weird. So, does this story kind of write itself? I like how they go, drag. Oh, you guys got a drag person killed. Nah, I think a Chomo got killed over here. Chomo got killed. Maybe you should look for this guy, by the way. Holy balls, 40. First of all, that's a rough 41. Oh, man. Damn. Ooh, boy. So, rough 41. 41-year-old Jonathan Watson said one of the molesters put on PBS Kids right in front of them, so he grabbed his cane. He said, I got this. What? California inmate has now beaten to death 2 child molesters. Oh, shit. Oh, whoa. I'd like to be on this man's parole board. Was he in the UK recently? Holy shit. Whoa. I like this right here. There he goes. I got this. Oh, man, the guy put on PBS. So we did a story about this gay couple, this gay activist, LGBTQRFTV activist couple, profiled by NPR. Oh, my God, look how great they are. They're like adopting kids. Then you find out later on that allegedly they raped and sex trafficked those kids. And they end up in prison. They go, oh, my God, Tristan! Oh, the bologna sandwiches here are cold. Oh my God, this prison's super duper Nazi amazeballs. How's they going? Holy shit, you're worried about the food? Holy fuck, he's worried about the food. Holy shit, he's allegedly raped his adopted kids and sex trafficked. He worried about the food. Does he know what planet he's on? You ain't motherfucking Rorschachville. You better watch out for a dude with a cane. I got this. Holy shit. Oh, man. Holy shit. Woo. Ooh. We'll get to that dark matter asking Paul Pelosi questions. We got a whole setup over here. It's all layered in, but there you. So left cares so much, boys. Left cares so much. Yeah, I notice you guys care so much. You guys way upset that an alleged pedophile over here, 4-time rapist allegedly. All right, this dude was found dead on Sunday, the 22nd, on the streets of Cardiff. He was still in full drag costume, and so they're saying, "Listen, he's only been convicted of 4 counts of rape." Previously revealed by Redo, Moore was once known as Daryl Swalwell. Oh, is there a connection? It's all coming together. Quick, somebody give me the damn Bongino. It's all coming. I'm connected the dots over here. Darren Swalwell. There's a misspelling here. And he's been convicted of 4 counts of rape on a boy under 14. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. Oh my God, Viv! Oh my God, Viv! You guys are like terrorists and this and stuff. You guys keep going out there and you keep stumping for the world's worst fucking people. So I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to be lectured to by you. You guys have burned down cities over a fentanyl head. You guys are out there promoting a brother fucker, at worst, an illegal. Was that chick that Elon Omar is either committing immigration fraud or she's fucking her brother? But somehow she is some sort of acolyte of leftism. And then you guys keep telling me how this is a stunning and brave over. He's been convicted of 4 counts of rape. I'm good. Yeah, I've seen some Renee Ragirl. I've seen some interesting stuff about the timestamps. Yeah. Why do you hate the melanized hate the juice? What is that? I don't know what that is. So here you go. I know. Look, you tuned into this show. A lot of people are so used to coming into this show late because I'm never on time, and I sideswiped you. You guys roll in at the good old fashioned avocado time. You hear I want to lick Dan Bongino's forehead. We're getting into some crazy shit tonight, guys. All right. So this is who the left hand side constantly stumping for. They constantly love these people, constantly hold these people in great esteem. They want you to feel bad that a 4-time convicted kid rapist was killed in the streets because they're a drag weirdo. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. I want to be on his parole board. Dude, I'm a California inmate. I pay a lot of taxes in California. How do I get on this dude's parole board? Actually, I want to know what he did first, but let me find out what he did first, actually. I don't know, he might have, who knows what he did? I'm looking at this dude, he looks like he's lived a very rough life. But there you go, California inmate still beat to death 2 child molesters. Oh, man. This is exactly what I was talking about when I was saying I wouldn't worry too much. Hey, Fiesta Nips over there. You've been accused of raping and sex trafficking your adopted sons. I wouldn't care too much about the food if I were you. The food would be the least of my concerns if I were you, and thank God I ain't you. Because if I was you, I would just commit suicide because you're a fucking monstrous piece of shit. And anybody walking around you with a cane is going to be a very interesting video in the future, I think. That's definitely going to get us kicked off of YouTube, right, Abe? It's not even right. Don't give a shit. Don't give no shits. Crazy amount of stuff, man. So you got that. The left-hand side also loves themselves some Jeffrey Epstein, and they love videos all of a sudden. All of a sudden, the left-hand side loves videos. There is a Tucker Carlson. I know we seem to be pumping Tucker Carlson a lot lately. He's been on fire, right? When somebody's on fire, you have to give them their kudos. I think Rush said that. Didn't Rush say that? Here is Tucker Carlson, and he's talking about everybody's totally not a conspiracy theory because he legitimately killed himself with tissue paper in his cell. Boy, for the left-hand side who all of a sudden loves security cam footage, since we're all on the same page with loving security cam footage, can we get this security cam footage? Tucker Carlson went on a tear 2 days ago, or yesterday, and he was pointing out how the entire mainstream media that you have to listen to, because they were 100% correct on Paul Pelosi, right? When it comes to all of these conspiracy theories that you guys are peddling out there, you're wrong, and the mainstream media press is 100% right. He explains, how long is this clip? This clip's probably like 6 minutes long.
On Saturday morning.
It's 8 minutes long. 8 minutes long. He explains how, first of all, he brings up that the security camera footage on Epstein's cell didn't work at all. And the security camera footage for the cell block, that does work. How come we don't have that? How come we don't have that? Boy, Tucker Carlson going to get fucking... Tucker Carlson did not commit suicide, is probably what the chat is saying right now. Tucker Carlson exposes shocking footage of Jeffrey Epstein's prison cell that may prove there's more to the approved narrative over the mysterious death. This 8-minute clip has, first of all, a lot of explaining of what's going on. Louis C.K.'s not on your side. The mainstream media press is not on your side. Bill Barr is not on our side. Nobody's on our side. If you saw the Rona, Romney, McDaniel voting today, you will understand very quickly. It's us versus the world. If you want American prosperity, if you want an America built off of American foundational principles and an America for your children or for future generations, the America that built the upward mobility, the likes of which the planet has never seen before in the world's shortest amount of time, by the way. If you want all that, fuck you. These people hate you. They want you dead. They're monsters. And they went out there and they completely stumped for a known, twice convicted kid fucking trafficker. The guy's so into kid fucking and trafficking that his girlfriend has now been convicted of sexually trafficking small underage children to nobody, by the way. Nobody. Ghislaine Maxwell, the first person in all of history to be convicted for sexually trafficking underage children, but to nobody. Who was also at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. Can't make any of this up. And of course, who goes out to protect Epstein right off the bat? Bill Barr. I didn't know this. I didn't know that Bill Barr. Look at this fat tub of shit over here. Figures all Gracie from Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're disgusting. Bill Barr goes out there and immediately says, hey, listen, even though the security cameras right outside Epstein's cell happened to misfunction, even though the two prison guards in charge of watching this entire wing fell asleep, and then doctored. I shouldn't even do that because they were charged. We know they fell asleep. We know that they falsified prison documentation. We know all of this. And then the judge just drops all of it, by the way. But Bill Barr's the one who said there was no shenanigans because there was a camera on the entire cell block and nobody went into the cell block. And so Tucker Carlson says, well, then somebody on the cell block killed fucking Epstein. Oh, man. Oh, 8-minute long explanation of how the world works, how everything works. Bill Barr's not on our side. Bill Barr is not a Republican. Bill Barr is not MAGA. You know this. You got information maybe a week ago that Bill Barr, the nation's top cop, didn't let anybody investigate the 2020 election. There was zero. So in all of these states, in every single one of these states where Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell and all these other people got together, they took thousands of signed affidavits of clear voting malfeasance. All of those states were told to stand down by that piece of shit right there. Because that piece of shit right there didn't want Trump to win. He didn't want MAGA to win. That's the bigger problem. I don't think the machine in the swamp's too afraid of Trump. No. What they're afraid of is the 120 million pissed off, geeked up savages behind Trump. They don't want you to win. Fucking Trump's over. Screwing Trump, fucking Trump over. That's real easy for these monsters who are constantly protecting kid fuckers, by the way. That's easy to do. They could always just JFK Trump if they need to. If shit gets down to it, they could always just JFK Trump. No, they worried about you. They worried about a MAGA uprising. They're worried about an actual opposition party to these uniglobalist kid fuckers. That's what they're worried about. That's what they're concerned about. They don't want an actual opposition. They want the controlled opposition of the fake fucking Rhino Party. They want the Lindsey Grahams and the Mittens Romneys and the bitch McConnells. They want all of those pieces of shit, and they want the Democrats. They want this fucking game over here. They don't want actual people. So there you go. They're Tucker Carlson explains on this show to millions of people how that happened. How that happened right there. The California inmate who beats to death child molesters was let in to Jeffrey Epstein's cell. Who won that block? There was no investigation, by the way. There was zero investigation. So we know that the cameras didn't work. We know that the guards were asleep. We know that there was a security camera footage on the entire block facing outward, so we know that nobody came into the cell block. But we don't know if one of those sleeping guards of course it was an accident, accidentally opened up the cell's doors, and then, I don't know, somebody with a life sentence on that block just walks over to Epstein's cell and kills him. It's been 3 years and we're still talking about this. 3 years and we're still talking about it. Because it's important. It's all important. Bill Barr let it happen. Bill Barr covered it up. The dude who fucked Trump over is the dude who helped cover it up. The dude who allowed a stolen election helped cover up a pedophile being killed. Why? What are they worried about? What are you guys so worried about? It's a pedophile being killed. Pedophiles get killed every day in prison. Every day. What are you so worried about? Well, this was a pedophile with connections. This is a pedophile with receipts. This is a pedophile that is a threat to the establishment. Is Ed Buck still alive? Is Ed Buck alive? Who knows if Ed Buck's still alive? Lots of stuff happening. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff happening. So, right now, the left-hand side, very, 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 very excited about the cell phone footage. The security cam footage that showed that all of you racists were 100% wrong. Paul Pelosi was definitely not on a date. Oh, wait, no. There was other cell phone footage? I'm sorry. We're talking about some other footage? That's right. Before we get to Paul Pelosi, Here's what's happening right now. Video shows Memphis officers kick, punch, and tase Tyree Nichols during fatal encounter. Man, a lot of video being released today. A lot of video. Almost like, I don't know, trying to hide something that happened a few days ago that got incredibly funny yesterday. That has incredible ramifications. It could have possibly been. Could have possibly been. Anyway, here you've got Memphis on fire. Memphis on fire. Why? Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, man. Look at these racist Memphis police, everybody. Racist Memphis police. They went around and they Epsteined a poor black future engineer and scientist. I want to see what led up to this, by the way. Has the video been released yet? We've been waiting 6 hours for the video to be released. It's gonna really set Memphis on fire. I wonder if the dude fought the cops. I wonder if the guy who was beat to death by the white supremacist pig cops, I wonder if he fought them. I wonder if he tried to grab their gun, their taser. I wonder if he followed all of the left-wing logic that keeps telling young black people, or just black people in general, fight cops. Yep. Yeah, fuck cops. They're all racist, by the way. They're all super duper racist. Which is really weird because have you seen the cops that killed this dude that is setting Memphis on fire, by the way? Well, as soon as you're going to show up, they're all black. All the cops are black. It's 5 black cops. It's 5 black cops, right? Now the family's telling everybody, we want peace. We want peace. Before this video of the white supremacist black cops killing this dude, we want peace. Tyree Nichols' family, before the video release, don't burn anything down. Please. White soy tords in skinny jeans and skateboards that have never been ridden, by the way. Please don't go burn down Starbucks. The family knows, by the way. The family knows that a bunch of white shithead Antifa members, if they burn down anything, they might end up killing black people. Man, Antifa loves killing black people. It's weird. Anyhow, you're not going to get peace, by the way. How do I know that you're not going to get peace? Holy shit, look at this. Look at this. The police who killed Tyree Nichols were black, but they still might have been driven by racism. Holy shit. Hey, whoa. A headline that stupid could kill you, right? Maybe Epstein read that headline and he OD'd from stupidity. Holy balls. That's how they want Memphis to burn. The establishment, CNN, corporate media, corporate entities, big tech oligarchs, the lizard people, the Uniparty, the globalist kid fuckers, they want this place to burn. You cannot win with this corporate media. Which is why I ain't listening to a fucking thing, you idiots. We're going to show you what they have to say about the Paul Pelosi hammering. But this is why we don't trust you. This is why we don't listen to you. The fucking police that killed this dude were black, but it's still racism. It's always racism. Right? It's the world's worst mathematical problem because the answer is always racism. Racism. Everybody says this over and over and over again. This proves it. The demand for racism far exceeds the supply. So racism economic axiom. You have to have AIDS in your brain to buy this. But this is the fuel. This is the Louis C.K. fuel for burning down a society. This is how you know there's going to be riots. They want riots. They demand riots. They need riots. The left-hand side operates off of a fuel of riotism. All the people who tell you that your CO2 output is dangerously going to set the entire planet on fire in the next 3 years are the same people who are going to burn down a Starbucks tonight. Is it dark in Memphis yet? Because once the sun goes down in Memphis, the fires are going to go up. You better watch your balls, keep your head on a swivel, stay frosty. Watched most of the video. Dude ran, resisted, grabbed multiple cops' guns, and looked high as balls. Every time. Every time. Every time. Hey, you know the best way to avoid getting killed by the police? Don't be stupid. It's real simple. Real simple. What are you, some sort of pig shill? I'm just looking at the world through a realistic lens. I'm not going to fight cops that got guns because that's dumb. That's dumb. Yeah. Listen, if you overexceed your authority, I'm going to take you to court. Right? I'm gonna fight you legally. I might lose, but I sure the fuck ain't gonna grab your gun. I mean, that's just dumb. This is why they keep telling black youth to grab cops' guns. This is why the listen. If you're a black person, I'd be far less concerned with white supremacy. I wouldn't be so worried about white supremacy. I'd be worried about a society and a culture that is telling your children to fight cops. I'd be worried about music that tells your children to fight cops. I'd be worried about streaming shows that tell your children to fight cops. I'd be worried about a public education system that tells black youth that it is their right and it is their imperative to go out there and resist cops. I would worry more about that because there ain't no motherfucking white supremacy out there that's killing black people right now. For fuck's sake, here you got 5 black cops that just beat the shit to death a black dude over here, and they still blaming white people. They still blaming white supremacy. They still blaming it was 5 fucking black cops. You might need to you might want to look around and understand that you're fucking getting got. You're getting got. Black people looking for the Ku Klux Klan. I wouldn't be worried about the Ku Klux Klan right now. I wouldn't be worried about motherfucking neo-Nazis unless I'm in Ukraine. I'd be worried about a dipshit, white, libtard, unfuckable, fat fucking public education teacher on a black kid. Oh, when the cops pull you over, they're gonna fucking kill you. So you better run from the copses. And if you can't run from the copses, then you better grab the copses' guns and you shoot the copses. That white bitch is gonna get your kid killed. That dumb white bitch with a rainbow fucking flag in the corner over there. No, rainbow fucking flag in the corner. And she got a BLM flag in the corner. Got all these other stupid fucking sexual orientation flags in the classroom. The only flag not in that public education classroom is an American flag. That dumb bitch telling your kid that nonsense is going to get your kid killed. Your kid's going to get killed. It's so fucking stupid. It's insane. Insane. And of course you're going to get lots and lots and lots of riots tonight, and they want the riots. They need the riots. They got to wash out some of this feed. Anyway, let's get to that video that everybody's talking about. And I'm not talking about Paul Pelosi. We're gonna get to that Paul Pelosi. There's just so much shit has happened. It's only been what 40 hours since the last restream. There's just too much fucking sauce in the system. There's too much happenings in the happenings right now. Clown World's on fire. Holy shit. So this video was dropped, balls. We got a twofer for you. This video was dropped a couple days ago. It was actually dropped during Wednesday's live stream, but then you got a 1-2 punch because I think the video that they dropped yesterday was even better. But hey, it all starts here. Right? If the left-hand side can't burn down your Democrat-run shithole, maybe they'll just straight up kill you, right? Maybe they'll try to burn down your immune system. Maybe they'll try to riot your white blood cells. Oh, the white blood cells definitely racism. Why is it gotta be white blood cells? Why couldn't it be people of color blood cells? That's because that's dumb. Fuck you, idiots. Anyhow, here you have this is oh shit! That's got almost 20 million views. Oh, sorry. My dick's still there. Oh, it's a Veritas boner. Damn. Damn. You're wondering why they were kicked off of Twitter? You're wondering why Project Veritas was kicked off Twitter? You're wondering why? You're wondering why Project Veritas just got a strike on YouTube? Project Veritas is running a train on views, boys. Big tech. 20 million views. Damn. They tell everybody it's been seen 34 million times. Okay, well, Fucking shit, Fauci's gonna be sitting there going, oh my god, on the science! On the science! You can't be getting all information before you feel it to us! You gotta get, you gonna get all your information from CNN and Sesame Street! Fuck you fucking criminal. By the way, leave your passport. Leave your passport right here. Leave your passport with Rand Paul. Don't be leaving the fucking country outside.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID?
Well, that is not what we say to the public. No, don't tell anyone to tell it. You probably don't tell anyone. You probably don't tell anyone. We're exploring, like, no, you know how the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, like, why don't we just mutate ourselves so we can create ethically developed new vaccines, right? So we have to do that. If we're going to do that, though, there's a risk of, like, as you could imagine, no one wants to be having a pharma company mutating viruses.
Wow. I don't know what you gay people up to. I mean, holy shit. Holy shit. This is the world's worst date. We need some more insights. Is there some sort of, I don't know, one of those reality television shows about gay people dating? Is this how gay people? Is this how you try to get other people? We're creating super viruses, and we're trying to kill everybody. Whoa. Usually, when straight people go on dates, let me explain this to the gay people in the audience. I mean, I don't know what's going on over there. Once you get Facebook and Oreo cookies, Doritos, McDonald's, and JP Morgan Chase on your side, I guess you just come out with fucking. Usually, when straight people go on dates, we just lie about real stupid shit. Like I lie about the car I drive. If I went on a date right now, if the Salt Queen divorced me, I'd go out on a date. I'd be like, oh yeah, I got a Lambo. Kind of a big deal. I'd lie about stupid shit like that. I'd lie about my shoe size, right? Gay people over here, they're telling everybody that they work for a evil pharma corporation that's mutating the world's dead. Again, you gotta buy it. If I'm buying it at face value, the world's deadliest pathogen. So you're mutating it? You're making it worse? The sequel's better than the first one. I know, Salty Sarge. Holy shit, we had a fucking Empire Strikes Back situation over here. We had a motherfucking Terminator 2 situation. The fucking sequel. Holy balls. Man. We had a motherfucking, no, when it comes to the Army of Darkness, what the fuck is the first one's called? Oh, they live. You know what I'm talking about. Ash! Shop Smart, Shop S Smart. This is you primitive screwheads is my boomstick. The hell are those first two movies called? This is the same fucking movie. The hell the first two movies called? Anyhow. Holy shit, so this is the video that's Evil Dead. Thanks, Queef. Evil Dead. I don't take into account the first Evil Dead. So I go off of Evil Dead 2 is the first one, and then Army of Darkness is Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness obviously far superior. Evil Dead 2 is great, but Army of Darkness is fantastic. Anyhow, let's get going. Come on. So this is how this all starts. This is the video. This is the video that the machine does not. The machine clearly doesn't want this. Now, are they releasing the Paul Pelosi footage right now? Are they releasing the Memphis footage right now? Are they releasing all of this footage right now to wash this out of the system? No, I don't think so. There's been lawsuits to get the Paul Pelosi footage. So those lawsuits have been going on for weeks now. And I don't know anything about this Memphis one where Antifa is probably killing black people right now while wearing Black Lives Matter shirts. I don't know anything about that. But what I do know is quite clearly they don't want anybody to. This has 20 million views. 20 million views. And this is just Twitter, by the way. And they just got back on Twitter within the last month. Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, they have been booted off of this platform because the machine doesn't want people hearing this. They're trying to tell everybody that this dude's not even a real doctor. Like, oh my God, then. He's not a real doctor. Look at this deep dive over here. Who is this? George whose Substack is this? Because holy shit. So, the machine went into protection mode real fast for this dude. And of course, oh my god, leave him alone. Leave Brittany and Jordan alone. We will do memes from 20 years ago. He's a gay guy. Leave him alone. No, I don't give a shit if he's gay. This motherfucker's talking about mutate. First of all, everybody knows Big Pharma is garbage. Every reasonable person on this planet knows Big Pharma is garbage. Everybody was on the same side. Wall Street sucks. The government sucks. Big Pharma sucks. Everybody was on this page. Until you leftards started taking experimental injections because Orange Man broke your fucking brain. What was ever left of your stupid pea-sized hormone block brain? You idiots are engaging in suicide. Suicide. You have now sided with Wall Street. Wall Street's backing. Wall Street is the one demanding all of this money and munitions being sent to Ukraine, you fucking idiots. Well, all you dumb assholes with your Ukrainian flags, you understand that you're now on the side of Wall Street, right? Of course they don't. They're fucking stupid. Anyhow, leave him alone. He's gay. That dude's... You just try to strip away everybody's civil rights and inject them with fucking poison in order to buy a fucking hot dog over this pandemic, right? You done broke fucking society for 2+ years over this fucking pandemic, right? It's so deadly, we need to inject small children with experimental concoctions. You dumb fucking goofballs are still walking around with masks up your buttholes right now because of the deadliest pandemic known to man. And you haven't even faced the financial ramifications of doing all of this, by the way. Wait till that shit kicks in. You're only feeling a pinch of that right now. So this fucking goofball is telling you that they're fucking manipulating it still. This fucking goofball, while trying to impress another perceived gay dude, is still... You know that thing that shut down society worldwide for 2+ years? We're weaponizing it. So you're doing what now? Oh, see, what we're doing is we are mutating it in a lab. I know, it felt stupid, but like, yeah, we're making it deadlier. Whoa! That's a war crime. That's a crime against humanity. Don't worry, he's gay. I don't give a fuck. He's gay and he's black. Leave him alone. No shit, no. No shit, no. Dr. Evil motherfucker over here. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care if he's black. I don't care if he's got a gay black lesbian vagina. Okay. What he's saying is crazy. And you guys run out immediately and say, oh my God, Ziz, he doesn't even work for Pfizer. Holy shit, who is this? Brian, discover more. Yeah, Brian O'Shea. Look at this. Look at all these receipts. Look at all these fucking receipts. Holy shit. I'd read a quarter of this to you, but it would be 12 at night. Look at all of this. This guy's on his LinkedIn. Look at all of these footnotes, annotations. Look at all of these receipts. No, this fucking dude's a real person. No, this dude works for Pfizer. No, this dude is a doctor. No, this fucking dude is up to shit. Listen, worst case scenario, he's just over here telling lies so he can get some butt. Right? No, I'm sorry, that's best case. In my head, that homophobia. So I don't want anybody fucking with my butt boys, all right? So to me, that seems like, listen, I'll take a mutated COVID virus any day than somebody diddling with my butt. Oh shit, this fucking show is insane. Oh man, so no, to me personally, that is the worst case scenario. But I guess, listen, let me take a step back. Let me put this into perspective. On a world stage, I guess the worst case scenario would be him working for a big pharma corporation mutating a fucking COVID virus over here. Best case scenario would be him trying to get some butt. Okay. There you go. Now we know when he graduated from. We know who he's worked for. We know where he's got scholarships. We've got his Pinterest. Oh, It's Pinterest. I'm sorry, what year is this? Holy shit, have we gone through a fucking time warp? Holy shit, space-time continuum bubble has just occurred. I have to fucking Pinterest. Okay. Right. Holy fuck. Is this a... I'm sorry. Is he in a knitting group too? What is going on over here? I didn't even... Who the... Pinterest. Anyhow, sorry guys, that one threw me for a loop. So, no, Dr. Jordan Walker, he works for Pfizer. We know exactly who this dude is. We know exactly who he is. And he's over here and he's telling people that he wants to, I don't know, mutate a virus. Now, if that's got 20 million views, how many views does this one? This one, here we go. This is nothing. So here he is. He's admitting to war crimes. This is a war crime. This guy's sitting there going, oh yeah. Yeah. Listen. As good as blowjobs are, admitting to a war crime, a worldwide war crime for a blowjob seems like the world's worst idea. If anything, I'm a little bit concerned about the type of people and the mentality of which Pfizer is hiring. Isn't he supposed to, this motherfucker got an MD. Ain't he supposed to be smart? That's a dumb thing to be doing. So, here comes James O'Keefe. I think James O'Keefe hitting them weights, boys. More plates, more weights, more dates. And James O'Keefe coming in here thick, right? Super straight over here, but I can admire, right? And he comes in fitted and brings in a tablet with that video that's now reaching 20 million. And I'm sure that this dude who's a doctor and has made it through medical school, I'm sure he's been vetted. I'm sure he's got a massive amount of self-control. I'm thinking that him admitting to a worldwide war crime for a blowjob was probably just, maybe he was a little bit plosied, right? Maybe he was on his fifth, whatever chicks drink. I'm probably wrong. Let's see. I might be wrong.
Hey there.
Hey there.
You work for Pfizer. My question for you is, why does Pfizer want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses?
Is this real life? I'm literally a liar. I was trying to impress a...
I'm literally a liar. That's fantastic. Holy shit. That's the best line. You might have missed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is going on? I'm literally a liar. Holy fuck. I smell a new shirt coming, boys. I'm literally a liar. That's my fourth favorite part of this video. This video is fucking thick. All right. Oh boy. Sheer panic. I'm sorry. Over at Pfizer, have you guys been whipping up a vaccine for sheer panic? Because you could use a couple boosters of that. All right, let's do it. Hey there. Hey there. Pizza time. Hey there. All right.
They want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses.
Is this real life? I'm literally a liar. I was trying to impress a person on a date by lying. This is absurd.
Please don't touch me. Well, this is not. By the way, don't tell anybody.
Someone who's just working at a company to literally help the public. You really did. They really really very unsafe.
Can you please unlock your door?
No, don't let them leave.
Please unlock the door.
Holy shit. This dude has gone through the 7 stages of panic real fast. Oh my god. I'm like literally a liar. Hey, don't you fucking... You went straight from, oh my god, I'm literally a liar. This real too. Lock them in here. That's kidnapping, I say. What? Mutating deadly viruses wasn't enough for you? Now you've resorted to kidnapping? Holy shit. How's that playing out? Lock them in here. Lock them in here right now. Release the gimp and lock them in here. The poor staff of this place are gotta be going, what the fuck is going on here? It gets better. It gets way better.
Get him right in my house here.
Whoa!
Please unlock the door. Please unlock the door. Please unlock the door. Unlock the door. We're trying to get unlock the door. Unlock the door.
Holy shit. The only person, because we live in a fucking clown world, by the way, the only person who's going to get arrested. So here you got a dude admitting to fucking bioweapons. This fucking dude is admitting to creating bioweapons. And the only person who's ever going to get arrested is this fucking dude in the Orange Man Red shirt over here because he pushed a gay black dude. And I love this notion of, oh my god, I feel so unsafe right now. Lock them in. Why? So I can beat them up and smash their devices. Yeah, I don't think smashing that iPad's going to take that fucking internet. Take that video off the internet. I don't think that's at all how this works. I don't give a shit about the mutating of viruses. I know that you idiots are doing that. What's got me fucking frightened is that this is the type of individual that's making it through your medical school these days. This is the low bar of racism. This is the when your standard and quality for applicants for medical school are so fucking low because you guys are actual racists, and you let people who are this insane not only into your programs, but then you graduate them. I'm fucking concerned that we've got medical professionals out there that are this insane. That guy's got absolutely zero self-control. He's got zero situational awareness. He's got zero understanding of how the fucking internet, I guess, works. But he has somehow graduated. He's a fucking MD. I feel so unsafe. Yeah, but you're the only one attacking people, bro. You're the only one attacking anybody. You're gonna lock them in right now. Why? Like, if I break that Apple iPad, that'll definitely remove the video that's got 20 million views on Twitter. That's not how any of this works. I can see you ain't got no fucking medical degree in technology. That's for damn sure. Damn, that's the bigotry of low expectations right there. Low expectation. That's Jordan Walker, Director, Worldwide Research and Development, Strategic Operations, and mRNA Scientific Planning. He's still got a job. Does he still have a job? So, no. He's literally a liar. I'm literally a liar is the only lie that he told Smogger dies. Yeah. I mean, he's telling you that this is totally a lie. But we got some very interesting. This maze over here is amazing. See how I did that? See how I wove that together? This guy is incredibly good about finding shit on the inner zones and connecting dots. And if you want to see some connections between what that dude said on a grinder date that led him to attacking physically Project Veritas and what's actually happening over at Pfizer HQ and you on YouTube, well, then you're going to need to come and join us over on Rumble because we're going to hit that eject button. YouTube, we out of here. So, big love. Thank you so much to the mods over here on the YouTube platform. Von Sultanator, brother. What's going on? MK Dumas. What's going on, brother? MK Dumas. Okay, anybody else over here? If I'm missing anybody, humble apologies. Just trying to scroll through here. Von Sultanator, brother. What's going on? Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to take this show over to the Rumble platforms. You can also find it over on Odyssey or DLive Disaster. You can find it on all these other. You just can't find it on YouTube because we're over here trying to get people off of this platform. But what this guy says, this is the CEO of Pfizer, and he's going to explain to you that exactly what that dude said on a grinder date is what they're doing. He admitted to it. But they admit to it at Davos. These worldwide evil lizard shitbags, they don't hide anything that they're doing. They announce it on TED Talks and they announce it at Davos. And then when you point it out later on, then they call you a racist conspiracy theorist and then try to have you unpersoned on the inner zones because that's how this works. They want the other lizard people and people who want to be lizard person aligned to hear the messaging, to know the agenda, to get the script. But then once they start understanding and feeling like normies are going to hear that information, then they got to batten that shit down. So what this dude over here on his grinder date is saying is going to be reinforced by this CEO of Pfizer over here. All right, you two people, we out. Thanks, mods. This only has 64,000 views. It's a bit of a shame because it's important. Lied suddenly. Grindered suddenly.
When it comes to working on boosters every year, how do you know which strain you're targeting at this point?
Every time a strain comes up, we treat it like if it would be a suspicious strain, and we start working on it to see if we'll overcome the protection of the vaccine.
Oh, that's a lie. That's an absolute lie. The COVID, if it's even a real virus, I got my suspicions on whether it's a real virus. Let's just roll with it and say that it is. Let's say that it's totally, for serials, a real virus and not some bullshit shenanigans. If it's a live virus, it's constantly mutating, it's constantly evolving. There ain't no fucking way that you're going to take every iteration of COVID-19 and spend time, research money, resources. There's no way that you're going to work on every single permutation and combination of COVID-19 and its potential variants. That's the world's stupidest fucking way. You wouldn't be able to do anything else. You wouldn't be able to do anything else. But he just told you that. No, it's far more likely that you guys are forcing mutations. That's where this comes in.
Once we discover that there is a possibility, immediately develop a kind of vaccine just in case the authorities will ask us to do it. It is not our job, other than discussing with the authorities, but eventually it is CDC, it's FDA, it's EMA in Europe, and other authorities that looking at the data will see, we want you to make a vaccine that will...
It's real hard to understand what the fuck this guy's saying. That accent is thick. I usually like my presidents and my milkshakes thick, but that accent probably not translating well to the restream over here. So I'll clarify it for you. He just said that they're constantly making vaccines. He said it right there. We're making a vaccine for every mutation of this virus, for every single one. Imagine this. How much would that even cost? How would you get anything else done at Pfizer if you were making? And then he says, we make a vaccine for every mutation of this virus, and then we wait for a government to tell us that they want us to move forward with the manufacturing of that. And then at the end of this, he goes, and by the way, to not lose any time, we already put all of that into motion. That's not how any business, see, that only works for leftards. Only a dumb asshole who's never run a business would think that, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. You've got COVID-19 that you guys are openly admitting constantly mutates. And so you just make vaccines for every mutation, and then you put them into production, and then you just wait for federal government to tell you that, oh yeah, that one, we won't want that one. No company works like that. No company work. If you ran a company like that, your company would fucking not make it. Everybody who's ever run a small business understands this. You don't need to run a small business. You just gotta put a little bit of applied thinking to this. That's not how anything works. You guys are making the mutations. This entire thing is a Frankenstein. COVID-19, if it exists outside of a statistical manipulation in order to produce a vast amount of fear into people. Now, I've had whatever you guys are fucking calling this COVID. It's a cold where you can't taste anything for weeks after. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's weird. I don't know what it is. But if it is anything, I imagine it's a Frankenstein monster of the common cold that you fuckers have stitched together, probably with HIV, by the way. Probably try to give everybody AIDS. But there ain't no way you guys making a vaccine for each one of them. There's no way. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'd like to see the receipts. You just said that, so I want to see the receipts. I want to see all of the vaccines so you've made hundreds of vaccines the last month, right? Hundreds of different vaccines last month. I'd like clearly a paper trail for this, right? Of course not. It's not doing that. If anything, you guys are the ones stitching together different versions of this, or you're forcing the evolution of the virus if it does, so you guys could, I don't know, sell more bullshit fucking vaccine that don't work. That's an insane thing. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, new virus equals new vax, new profits. What? No reasonable person trusts Big Pharma, and you shouldn't. They don't care about you. Healthy people don't make these people any money. They're not interested in you being healthy. at all. And you probably should have. Left-hand side ain't ever going to get this because they're just dumb idiots. But you're getting got. Here's your media, by the way. Here's your media. This guy was complaining that he got COVID. Right here, this dipshit. He's complaining that he got COVID. And he goes, oh, I should have got that 4th booster. 4th booster means 6th shot. 4th booster means you've taken 6. I don't buy it for a second. I don't buy for a second any of these elites. Notice, not a single one of these elites are getting myocarditis. Right? Now, the myocarditis and the died suddenly is for plebs. Not a single person in Congress. You got a bunch of goofballs in Congress who are 80 fucking plus years old. Right? 80 plus years old. They're prime candidates for COVID at face value. Ain't none of those motherfuckers ever died from COVID. Not a single one of those sons of bitches got myocarditis. Not a single one of them died suddenly. Not a single one of them having cardiac arrest. Not a single one of those people. Right? You're not seeing tech executives. You're not seeing movie executives. You're not seeing corporate executives. You ain't seeing any executives dying suddenly. You're seeing football people dying suddenly. Seeing a lot of kids dying suddenly. Seeing a lot of civilians dying suddenly. But this goofball over here on MSNBC that sells this fucking poison is going to tell everybody, I'm on my 6th shot. I'm on my 6th shot. Why are you on your 6th? He's lamenting that he got COVID. He's had 4 shots already. Right? He's had 4 shots already. No, I'm sorry. He's had 3 boosters. So he's had 5 shots. Fucking hate. And he's going to tell you, oh my God, I can't believe you're making fun of me. Fuck you, you idiot.
Yesterday when I was talking about getting COVID and should have gotten a 4th shot, a lot of these freaks go, oh, 4th booster shot, robot. No, listen, here's the deal, moron. If you get a flu shot, what do you do? Well, it lasts 6, maybe a year. So yes, put on your big boy pants, put on your big girl pants. And if you want to be healthy, I don't care. If you don't, that's your business. Smoke cigarettes, do whatever you want to do. Stay up all night, don't sleep. That's fine. Be unhealthy, your choice. My concern here, though, and let me bring in Reverend.
No, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You're telling me that you're going to take a 6th shot because you got COVID after your 5th shot. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron because I'm not willing to take 6 shots of an experimental concoction after I already got COVID. This is a message for dumb assholes. You've got to be completely brain fried. Your brain has got to be firing at a Fetterman for you to sit there and go, that's a very persuasive case for my 6th booster shot. No, he just told you. He just told you he got COVID after 5 of these fucking shots. And like, oh, you're an idiot if you're not going to get the 6th shot. He ain't taking he killed an intern, allegedly. There was a dead intern found in his office on a fucking weekend, boys. All right? I ain't taking medical advice from Oscar the fucking Grouch or people who've had dead interns in their office. That's some brain aids. Oh, listen, well, you take a flu shot every year. See, well, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. I don't take no fucking flu shot. Fuck you. That flu shot don't work. Flu shot don't work? What are you talking about? Oh, you take a flu shot. He tries to make a false equivalency between people taking a flu shot once a year, and he'll take it 6 fucking shots for a thing that he just got last week. This is fucking insane. Yeah. No. How about you take 6 fucking flu shots a year, idiot? Huh? He probably would. Or I should say he would, because he wouldn't. But he would sell that to his audience, because he's a shitbag. I'm telling you, please, keep taking. I wish he would take them. I wish him and his cunt-ass wife over here would take all the boosters. I wish you would take 6 of these fucking shots. Every day you're finding more and more and more and more and more dead people. More and more dead people. Speaking of dead people, every day there's more. Remember they're telling you that stop talking about DeMar Hamlin. Stop. We got security cam footage of DeMar Hamlin over at the studios. He's not dead. I don't think that he is dead. I think he's all fucked up. I noticed that you guys won't interview him. I noticed that you guys will bring DeMar Hamlin, the NFL dude who died he did die. Everyone acknowledges that he died on the field the other day. He died on the field. You had to give them CPR for 9 minutes. I don't know if Nurse Penny's still here, and please don't super chat, Nurse Penny. I'm not trying to extract money from you. Other people in the audience, I'm sure, can clarify this. I think if they give you CPR for 9 minutes, they don't break your ribs, they're doing something wrong, right? If somebody has died and you need to apply 9 minutes worth of CPR, don't you usually get a broken rib? Anyhow, so you got Damar Hamlin. They want to use him as a publicity stunt. They show him going into the stadium. They show him going into the locker room. They show him up in the fucking bleachers or the executive suite. They show him all that, but they won't interview him. Now, Damar Hamlin also, by the way, was the people who saved Damar Hamlin's life. They received a key to the city. Was it yesterday or the day before? Emerald Robinson had a very interesting tweet. Emerald Robinson is pure fire. Damar Hamlin's doctors just got the key to the city of Cincinnati today for their efforts. Guess who wasn't there? Damar Hamlin. But he could show up to the sports balls. He could show up to the sports balls. That dude got fucked up. That dude got messed up. Jordan caught on second embarrassing video halting random traffic to stop the first embarrassing video. I know I should. I can't play the. Usually, if you mess with the thing, it freaks out. But yeah, this dude got so caught up trying to protect his big pharma corporation that looks like it's poisoning people. After he tries to destroy, he's crying. He's trying to destroy the tablet there. He then runs into the street and he tries to stop Project Veritas, but he ends up stopping some rando fucking car. He's just insane. Look at this dude. Stop! That's not them! That's just...
No, it's there right there. No.
Holy shit. Oh man, is there a vaccine to prevent me from running you the fuck over if you try to stop my car in the middle of the fucking street, idiot? Holy balls. No, these people, they all know they're in trouble. He knows that his boss is climate changing people. He knows that his boss is probably leading to dudes dying on the football field over here. That's why he's freaking out. Yeah, he's definitely an idiot. He doesn't want people to know this. That's that dude. And so they are making the mutations. They are making money off of you. And they don't even need to sell you the shot, by the way, because they've sold it to your government. The government's throwing away 90% of these stupid... At this point, even leftards ain't taking these fucking boosters. Only... You have to buy it at face value. But only dumb assholes like Morning Joe would take a 6th fucking shot for this. Even libs ain't taking the 6th fucking shot. So they've thrown away 90+% of these fucking vaccines. But they already paid for them. So Pfizer don't give a shit. Pfizer don't give no fucks. Most people are going to end up paying for this with their life, which is probably what happened to Damar Hamlin. And they're screaming, no, Damar, stop doing conspiracies on Damar Hamlin. He's totally fine. He's totally fine. He's not dead. But what about this one over here? There's another 25-year-old NFL linebacker dead. There's another one. Oh no, Nurse Penny. Not always in young, strong people, but I've broken my share of elderly ribs. Damar actually had CPR again at the hospital without the defibrillator, and he had no chance with just CPR. He's still on oxygen. Damn, Penny, thank you. Fucking hell. Boys. Nurse Penny in the house. Dropping knowledge bombs. I don't think that you die on the field, have CPR for 9 minutes, die again on the way to the hospital, end up in a coma for a couple days, and then 9 days after dying, show up to a sports ball event and you're cheering. I'm just thinking that that's probably where now, of course, you're called a conspiracy theorist and a racist and a terrorist for questioning the mainstream media because they would never lie to you. And that's what they're saying with everything. Damar Hamlin, Project Veritas over here. No. Big Pharma's on your side. Big Pharma loves you. Big Pharma would never hurt. Big Pharma would never, ever use you as an experimental guinea pig to push forward in an experimental technology so they can make trillions of dollars. They would never do that. They would never do that. They would never do that. By the way, if you question any of it, you're a racist and we'll try to have you killed. So the good news in this situation is after 20 million people see something like this, it does kick. Now, I don't like Marco Rubio. I don't trust Marco Rubio. I don't give a fuck about Marco Rubio. But what I do like is Marco Rubio and Dr. Ronnie Johnson. I think is Dr. Ronnie Johnson a senator or a House of Representative member? I don't know. The guy used to be Donald Trump's one of his physicians. Well, they now send him letters, and they're saying we want some information. So here is a letter that the Senator Marco Rubio has sent to the CEO of Pfizer, and he says, "Man, we got a lot of questions. Dude, a bunch of and Marco Rubio is a piece of shit lizard person, or a Renfield. He's probably not full blood lizard person, but he wants to be in the lizard person club. But again, this is where you exploit these people's mistakes, and you take advantage of this, and we judo this MAGA style into a big fucking snowball. And so now we've made people. We want this dude now on record. I want this. The Pfizer CEO got a lot of motherfucking time for Davos. The CEO of Pfizer constantly on MSNBC, constantly doing fucking Skypes with a bunch of dipshits with 4 people in the audience. The CEO of Pfizer has a lot of fucking free time. I think he should probably answer these questions. And with 20 million motherfuckers watching that video, we can press the issue, keep the pressure on these people. The first question, what efforts is Pfizer currently or planning to engage in to mutate the SARS-CoV-2 virus? Well, let's ask him these questions, but then let's start subpoenaing some documents. These lefties love subpoenas, boys. They just told you nobody's above the law, right? And every subpoena must be responded to. Let's do it. Let's do it. Does Pfizer intend to continue mutating the SARS-CoV-2 virus through gain of function or directed evolution research with the purpose of creating new vaccines before the variant is present in greater population again? You have people like Mays. We have the CEO of Pfizer acknowledging that they are making a shit ton of viruses or vaccines. Sorry, Freudian slip. They're making a shit ton of vaccines. Who's paying for that? Who funds that? Who backs that? Which ones have you made for? Why are you doing that? How did you get those mutations? How did you get all of these strains? How are you finding all of these strains that you're making all of these vaccines for that never make it to the market? Guys, it's too stupid to be stupid. It's too stupid to be stupid. Do me a solid guys, check out Nurse Penny stream at 9:30. Penny Whitbrot, WITTBRODT. There you go, Penny. Leave that one up there for as long as I can. There you go. Thanks for the heads up. 9:30, boys. She'll drop some more knowledge sauce on your brains. So these people are criminals. Everybody knows they're criminals. Strongly worded letters are worthless, but they're effective when we've got actual committees. I want to see Jim Jordan. I want to see some Matt Gaetz energy. Let's get some people who've got some actual MAGA teeth. Let's start extracting some information. Let's start subpoena. Let's get some people on record. Let's get them under oath. Let's get some documentation. Unleash Rand Paul. Come on. Don't some of you motherfuckers want to run in 2024? Doesn't Rand Paul want to run in 2024? Even if you don't think you're going to fucking win, you can get a book deal out of this motherfucker. Let's go. Let's press the issue. Press the issue. But of course, this is all a conspiracy theory. This is all a conspiracy theory. I know. I'm sorry, Carrie. There are a bunch of people really fucking up the American language with this crazy show. I got a letter from a guy who he teaches English as a second language, and he says that he'll take clips of the show where I'm butchering the English language, and he shows it to his students, and he sees if they can point out why it's wrong. That's incredible. We teach based immigrants English over here, friends. We getting it done on the show, right? Us as a community, we really making a strive to save America. Yeah, boy, America needs it, because holy balls, let's get into the Pelosi situation. But before we dive in the Paul Pelosi situation, let's go see what the MSNBC has to say. Let's go take a look. What are the leftards hearing when it comes to this very serious situation? Huh?
For those of us who actually care about the facts and evidence, the release today shows a 911 caller, Mr. Pelosi, who actually has kept his wits about him in an impressive manner, trying to convey to the 911 dispatcher while his attacker is standing there listening and watching that he's in trouble. And he did it effectively enough so that ultimately she prioritized the police response to that residence. So let's keep going with the facts about the release today. We see video of the attacker forcibly, with difficulty, smashing with a hammer the window in the back of the house, or the sliding glass doors in the back of the house, making forcible entry. Not, as is claimed in really devious and dark deceptions in far-right areas, someone who was invited in or previously known to Mr. Pelosi.
Oh, that's us. He's talking about us. Oh my God, then. Your conspiracy's been debunked. There was a break-in. I know that there's a lot of issues with timestamps. I know that there's issues with DePap wearing different shorts or something like this. We don't even need to go there. I don't even need to go there. I don't need to go there. Let's just take everything at face value. It's easier to take things at face value because even with all this, it's stupid. So they're telling us, the MSNBC and these leftards who are celebrating this video as the debunking of all debunkings. Nothing to see here. All the questions have been answered. You terrorists, MAGA terrorists, were wrong. And it's still your fault. Holy shit, they still going to go that line. They still going to go that line. So this second part of this clip, this fucking Koozbag over here, Figaluzzi, former FBI is asshole, can't make this up. This information dump today, the 911, this small section of the 911 tape, and the getting to the door body cam footage that was released today, that answers all of the questions, and it's still MAGA's fault that all of this happened because we have the audacity to question. Don't question anything.
True or not, I can't tell you, but that's what I see. That's what prosecutors see. That's what cops see. That's what the FBI sees, and federal prosecutors who will then charge the attacker. And then the other thing I've got to point out, the confession we just heard a snippet of, this was influenced by far-right conspiracy theory. So anybody saying, I don't have that kind of influence to instigate people to violence, you do if you...
See? This is... No, fuck you. All of you. MSNBC, Frank likes it in his Luluzzi over here with figs. All of you people could eat my balls. This is not my fault. Right-wing conspiracies that question the establishment narrative. I didn't incite or induce anybody into violence. That's a conspiracy theory. You have no idea with all the information that was released today. You don't have any clearer picture of motive than you did before this was released. There's none. He's telling you that right-wing people and their rhetoric incited this lunatic to smash Pelosi's husband in the head with a hammer. Based off of what? Based off of what? We don't have tape. You guys said that this was a MAGA terrorist, a known Trump supporter who broke into this house, who wrapped Paul Pelosi up, tied him to a chair, and was going to wait for Nancy Pelosi to get home to bust her kneecaps because he was a pro-Trump, MAGA-supporting domestic terrorist. None of that was fucking... Not a single... There is zero evidence of that with all of the information that was released today. Zero. But MSNBC and all the left-wing outlets and all these fucking twats on Twitter, they all ran out and they said, no, see, it's still your fault. All the questions have been answered. You guys have been debunked. It wasn't a grinder day. Listen, it doesn't look like it was a grinder day. This right here doesn't. Is this the first time DePap's been to this house? This just has more questions. All this fucking did was put into a situation where I have more questions now than I did before. This video dropped today, and the audio dropped today. This should have been done months ago. Months ago. The reason why it wasn't done months ago, because it doesn't help your narrative. Bare minimum, what happened in San Francisco was a mentally ill lunatic attacked Paul Pelosi. That's the bare minimum. That's what you got over here. There's absolutely, with what you've released today, there's nothing that proves political motive, any motive at all. The dude's clearly the fucking dude attacking is clearly mentally ill. Why didn't you release this footage earlier? Why did it take a shit ton of your own corporate media outlets suing to get this footage? It's body cam footage. It's a 911 phone call and body cam footage. This should have been released day one. Marisa, I meant to do that. Thank you. The Paul Pelosi video was taped 3 days ago. Listen, I spent a lot of time in San Francisco. Everything's fucked up in San Francisco. I would not be shocked if the body cam footage date was it. Nothing works in San Francisco, guys. I'm telling you right now. I don't understand. I don't even want to go down any of those rabbit holes because it takes us off some real basic questions. Sure, I don't want to say it's been. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to go down any conspiracy angles because I don't need to. Sure, the dates, the times are weird. The dates are weird. Whatever. San Francisco's, there's poop all over the streets. I could totally see their fucking equipment just being stupid. Here's what I do know. That dude broke in to the house of the person who's 2 heartbeats away from the presidency. 2 heartbeats away from the presidency. He took a fucking hammer and he smashed out a back window. And there was no immediate police response. Paul Pelosi had to call the police. Was your security, was your DNA test that hammer? Was the security turned off on this place? Why wasn't anybody watching this house? Why wasn't the Capitol Hill police they're the ones securing this house. Even if Nancy Pelosi isn't there, the spouses of all of these people, you better bet Jill Biden's got protection. You better bet Kamala Harris's wife has protection. All of these people have people watching. This is the Speaker of the House's mansion. You don't have an ADT system. You don't have a rudimentary broken glass. This is a big old fucking back door on a $6.2 million mansion. I mean, even if it wasn't the Speaker's house, it's too far to believe that this dude's, he just broke into this fucking place. The Capitol Hill police weren't alerted. The San Francisco Police Department wasn't alerted. Alarms didn't go off. Nothing fucking went off. I don't care about the times. I don't care about the timestamp. I don't care about any of that. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. And then it gets weirder, by the way. Any of those pictures of the 911 call. Paul Pelosi is calling the police. And he's on speakerphone because the fucking dude is responding to the questions from dispatch. The DePape dude. The dude who's trying, from the mainstream media press's narrative, was the dude broke into the house, he captured Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi was able to escape to the bathroom to call the police for a second, but then played dumb and pretended to be on the dude's side as he was being held hostage. Right? That was it was a MAGA terrorist event. That's what the mainstream media press said. That's what the mainstream media press said. Well, we've got the 911 tape now, and the fucking attacker is answering questions from dispatch. And he gives them their name. I mean, the dude's clearly mentally like he's just an insane person.
Please 74 2022.
Oh, I guess I told them to. What is it?
This is San Francisco Police. Do you need help?
So, this is San Francisco Police. Do you need help? Later on, DePape, the dispatcher goes, well, who's there with you? And Paul Pelosi goes, well, I don't know who the guy is. I don't know what his name is. The dispatcher goes, well, what's his name? Paul Pelosi says, I don't know his name. And the guy goes, I'm David DePape. So the guy knows he's on the phone with the police. He's right there. He's answering questions that the dispatch is asking.
Oh, well, there's a gentleman here just waiting for my wife to come back. Nancy Pelosi.
0223
He's just waiting for her to come back because she's not going to be here for a day, so I guess we'll have to wait.
Okay, do you need police, fire, or medical for anything?
8 seconds.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
0223
Okay.
8 seconds.
There's is the Capitol Police around?
Are the Capitol Police around? Are the Capitol Police around? Yeah. I don't need the regular police. So he's on the phone to the police. He says, "Are the Capitol Police around?" The other dude is right there. You could hear him. He answers dispatch, tells dispatch what his name is. That's all very weird. That's all fucking weird. Body cam footage has to be correct. Well, if not, it wouldn't be admissible in court. See, one Salty Joe. I don't know. There's been a lot of great stuff with our court stuff. Salty, when I saw the Pelosi body cam footage, I recognized the Pelosi driveway. That mad lad pooped on it in 2020. I kecked all over again. Get out of my brain, Crackleactica. So, in a situation where a dude breaks the back window, openly breaks, thanks Crackler, thanks bro, where a dude breaks into the back of this house, what's this Gisley Boomshin? You guys, they just keep, they throw up thirst traps on the side over there. Yeah, focus on this. The security for Nancy Pelosi's house is so fucking insane. A dude named Mando pooped on the sidewalk in front of her driveway and was arrested by Capitol. I think Mando was homeless at the time, guys. I think Mando pooped on her, or pooped right in front of her driveway. Where's the refresh this, because I think they got a picture of Mando. I think Mando was homeless at the time. He didn't even have it at her. They used fucking satellite to triangulate this guy's location after he pooped on the sidewalk in front. It's San Francisco. First of all, it's not even illegal to poop on the sidewalk in San Francisco. It's San Francisco. So the dude poops on the sidewalk in front of her driveway, is arrested within an hour. Right? The poop was still warm, and the dude was arrested. This guy busted out the back window, the back door, and was not, it didn't alert anybody. Didn't alert anybody. This raises more questions. It raises a shit ton. No pun intended, Mando. That man's a hero. Boy, I think we had Mando jump in on a stream a few years ago. Salty, the guy didn't break in. That's what the video had to be filmed later. It could be. See, they're expecting us to go down a lot of different rabbit holes. And is there room to do that? Of course, when it comes to anything, of course there is, especially when the mainstream media press, of course there is. I know that they're expecting channels like this to do that, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to focus on why was there no security. This is a national this right here is a national security issue. Listen, if you busted the back window, obviously don't do this. Obviously don't do this. I know the FBI is salivating, frothing at the mouth. If you break the window of Mike Pence's house, you're going to get arrested. Immediately, by the way. People will drop from the fucking roof, even if he's not home. Nancy Pelosi wasn't home when this dude pooped on the sidewalk in front of her house, and they still found him. But Paul Pelosi had to call SFPD, and then when he called SFPD, he said, by the way, can you guys, hook me up to the DC police? He's saying this, the guy's right there next to him. The guy's right there next to him. How did he even get to the bathroom, by the way? Why didn't he just leave the house? He didn't want to leave the house. It sounds like there was multiple times where Paul Pelosi could have left the house, and he didn't do it. The guy was supposedly there for hours. The 911 phone call is insane. The guy.
No, this
They
is San
usually
Francisco.
take my wife. They're usually here at the house.
He's like, please send the Capitol Hill police. They're usually here to clean up my messes. Whenever I rape and kill a transient, allegedly, the Capitol Police are holy fuck, I'm so gonna get Mando here. Oh man. They're usually here. I wish I would have timestamped when the dude's answering questions. The Mando dude. See, I fucking hate that you can't scroll through Twitter without it having fuck ups like this. Fucking stupid. Come on, Elon. Come on, bro.
Please send. Call us back if you change your mind.
No. This gentleman just came into the house, and he wants to wait here for my wife to come home.
0, 2,
And so,
4 and 48.
anyway, he told me to put the phone down.
Do you know who the person is?
Do you know who the person is?
No, I don't know who he is. He has this. He's telling me. He's telling me not to. He's telling me not to do anything.
What is your address, sir?
26.
2, 25 and 0.
What is your name?
Seconds.
My name is Paul Pelosi.
Friday.
Anyway, this gentleman says that he thinks everything ought to, he's telling me to put the phone down and just do what he said.
18 seconds.
Okay?
Okay, what's the gentleman's name?
I don't know about it. What's it?
I mean, that's fucking insane. That's insane. Did you just hear that? What is the gentleman's name? And Paul goes, well, I don't know. And the guy goes, David DePape. David DePape. He knows that Paul's on the phone with the police. He knows that he's on the phone with the police. The mainstream media narrative months ago should have been, holy shit, a lunatic. Let's say that Paul isn't raping people. Let's say that Paul's not getting drunk at 2:30 in the morning. Let's say that Paul's not picking up strange at 2 in the morning. Let's say that it's what it looks like with the limited release that you got today, and with what the mainstream media press is saying. Everything's been debunked. This was a dude who broke into the house and held Paul Pelosi hostage. Let's go with that. Let's just placate me for 2 seconds. Paul Pelosi is on the phone to the police. The dude's right there next to him. The dispatch said, what is his name? Paul says, he's halfway through saying, I don't know. And David DePape answers. So David DePape can hear the dispatcher. David DePape knows that he's on the phone with the police. David DePape heard him ask if he could have the Capitol Police sent. I want the Capitol Police. I don't want San Francisco PD. No, shit, no, I don't want San Francisco PD. If I have the San Francisco PD down here, then that fucking body cam footage might get out eventually. I want the Capitol Hill police. I want federal fucking cops here. I want federal jurisdiction. I don't want people to be able to get a hold of this. See, they've all played this game before. This game has been played before. The dude had no problem. I need the Capitol Hill police. I don't want the regular police. I don't want listen, I don't want the police that are right down the fucking street. Fuck that noise. No shit, no. No. I want one of them Capitol Hill polices. I want one of those Capitol Hill police officers with all those prison neck tattoos. I want one of them. I want one of those crybaby bitch ass fucking cops. That January 6th. Oh my god, January 6th. That's almost ranked like AOC on January 6th. I'm gonna get in trouble. He was one of those cops. So, the mainstream media narrative, if they want to avoid questions about Paul Pelosi raping transients, should have been months ago. Oh my God, a mentally ill lunatic broke into Paul Pelosi and Nancy Pelosi's house and tried to hit him with a hammer. Because that's clear. The guy's clearly insane. David DePape just told police dispatch his name while holding Paul Pelosi hostage. All right, why he's holding Paul Pelosi hostage, we'll leave that up for interpretation. But at bare minimum, the dude who's broken into a mansion and holding a dude hostage has let the hostage call the police, has let the hostage talk to the police for almost 3 fucking minutes, is listening to the conversation because he's answering questions from dispatch, and it's still somehow Donald Trump supports. See, something happened at this house. I'm not wrong. It might not have been a gay grinder date gone wrong, but a dude broke into this house. And the mainstream media press, the big tech oligarchs, we got did we get a strike for a Paul Pelosi video, or did we get? I think it was like an H thing. They tried to make it so you couldn't ask any questions. They tried to lock down all of the footage. They said, no, a Donald Trump supporter tried to kill Nancy Pelosi. That's Donald Trump's base's fault. It's right-wing conspiracy theorists' fault. It's all your fault. Shut up. We're moving along. We're not releasing any footage. They should have said, listen, a mentally ill person broke into the house and tried to kill the Pelosi's. Then everyone would have moved on. But you idiots, you pushed it. You're still pushing a narrative. You are still saying it's MAGA's fault. You're still saying this. The only thing that happened today were now there are more questions. I don't know about it being a gay grinder day. I wonder what's in these backpacks, by the way. This fucking dude who broke into this David DePape dude has 2 gigantic backpacks. Are those full of anal nitrate? Are they full of drugs? Are they full of vodka? What are these backpacks full of? Has David DePape been here before? Has the Capitol Police had to clean up other mishaps from this address? So this is begging for more questions. And by the way, why, when the police show up, doesn't Paul Pelosi run out the door? Why doesn't he run out the door? This is some very basic shit over here. So left-hand side, see they're saying, look, surveillance footage shows DePape breaking into Pelosi home was also released. Recall that many right-wing conspiracy theorists claimed the break-in was staged. Listen, you idiots held in secret all of this footage. You didn't want any of this released. You wanted your version. You wanted your conspiracy theory out there, and you wanted to shut everybody else down. What I know happened at this house is just the only thing that I know that happened at this house is that what you told me was a lie. And that's all this footage today shows. All this footage today shows this. Nothing here makes any fucking sense. Here's the, by the way, Paul Pelosi does take a fucking hammer to the head.
How you doing? How are you? What's going on, man? Everything's good.
See, they're both smiling. That's weird.
Drop the hammer.
No. Hey.
What is going on right now?
See, right there, David DePape wasn't holding Paul Pelosi. David DePape had both. This dude could have ran out the door. Paul Pelosi, first of all, I don't know if there's a button right here that he hits to open the door. The door opening is this door might be one of these Capitol Hill doors that opens with a fucking button or something. But the David DePape dude has both of his hands on a hammer, possibly Paul Pelosi's hand as well on the hammer, so he didn't open the door. Paul Pelosi got one hand busy over there. They got another hand. There's a fucking drink in his hand over here. He's holding it like it's a fucking beer. He's got a cocktail or something in the other hand. None of this makes any fucking sense. None of the fucking thing in this video makes any sense. Holy shit. So the door just kind of opens up. I don't know if there's a button. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that door. It's very weird. Or a third person opened the door. I have no idea. But now all hell's about to break loose. You've got your hand free for even a second. You're telling me that Paul Pelosi is a situational awareness genius enough to the point where he could convey to a 911 dispatcher that he is being held hostage without explicitly saying that he's being held hostage, but also didn't run the fuck out the door the second he was able to get his hand free. The second the police opened this door up, shouldn't he have run the fuck out? No, he gonna run into the kitchen, and that's when he's gonna get brained.
Not getting an answer on calls.
Oh shit. Sure, fuck. So, did Paul Pelosi get his head caved in? Yes. Yeah. I got no problem admitting I was wrong with that. I was thinking, ain't no way he got his fucking head smashed in. I was wrong. He got his head fucking smashed in. Very easy. I've got no agenda over here. I'm not trying to manipulate anybody. I'm not trying to fuck anybody over. I'm not trying to sew and weave conspiracy theories to sell you guys gold. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. You guys held this footage for months. For months. And you're still trying to spin this that this is some sort of MAGA conspiracy. Like, MAGA did this. This has nothing to do with this guy's clearly fucking mentally ill. I got lots of questions. Why is Paul Pelosi got a fucking drink in his hand at 2:30 in the fucking morning? What is going on over there? Why does Paul Pelosi, the police respond, the door opens up, and Paul Pelosi doesn't make a run for the cops. He makes a run to his kitchen and gets brained while doing it. None of this makes any fucking sense. Was it a grinder date gone wrong? I don't think this was a grinder date gone wrong. Has David DePape been here? See, this is why I asked. This just creates and foments way more questions. Has David DePape been here before? David DePape broke in to the Speaker of the House's multi-million-dollar mansion. You've got at bare minimum, we got a situation where a mentally ill lunatic was able to get into the bedroom of the Speaker of the House. I mean, shouldn't we arrest shouldn't somebody at the Capitol be fired? Shouldn't Nancy Pelosi? How much money are we spending on Nancy Pelosi's security? Because it's way too much. I mean, who's going to be held accountable for it? This is a severe breach in security for our country. This is a national security issue. None of this makes any sense. At this point, it looks like there is no security. It looks like security was turned off. Why was security turned off? Why is Paul Pelosi having a drink at 2:30 in the fucking morning? Now, Paul Pelosi is not a stranger to drinking at 2:30 in the morning. We know this because he's been arrested recently for drinking at 2:30 in the morning. So drinking at 2:30 in the morning is not weird for Paul Pelosi. Maybe it's fucking normal. Is this a nightshirt? Is this a dress shirt? I can't really tell. I'm going. Is that? I don't sleep in shit with fucking buttons, so I don't know. Is he got half a fucking? Is he half dressed? I don't know. Is this what rich people wear to sleep? What rich people wear to sleep is something that I would wear to a job interview. I'm in trouble. Look at this over here. They're both smiling. What the fuck is going on? Biggerize this for me. They're both smiling. Nothing makes any sense. The only thing that makes sense in this entire situation, now that you've dropped some video that you tried to keep secret 4 months, is that nothing makes sense, but it sure the fuck wasn't a MAGA situation gone wrong. It's a nightshirt. It's a nightshirt. He was getting comfortable. He was getting comfortable. I need if anybody from Rumble's listening, I need a Tommy John sponsorship because I just wear a Tommy John shirt to sleep. I'm over there trying to support my boy Adam Carolla. And so whenever Adam Carolla or Dr. Drew have a promo code to drop, I like to go get me some Tommy John underwear. And it doesn't have buttons on it. I'm not rich enough to buy Tommy John with sleepwear with buttons. But there you go. Yeah, listen. 50% of the people are going to say it's a dress shirt. 50% are going to say it's a night shirt. I have no idea. I know what happened here is the door opens up. This Paul Pelosi's got his hand on a hammer. Okay, maybe that makes sense if you think the dude's going to hit you with a hammer. So the dude's got his hand on Paul Pelosi. But you will see there's a second here where there's multiple seconds where the dude let go of Paul Pelosi because Paul Pelosi is able to make a run for the kitchen. I wouldn't make a run for the kitchen in this situation. Why would you go that direction? That doesn't make any fucking sense. But watch, he'll let go. This guy's going to let go of Paul in a second, and that's when he should have ran for the cops.
Drop the hammer.
No. Hey. Look, Paul's holding on to the hammer right there. Paul's holding on to the hammer. Oh, shit, he got brained. He got absolutely brained. Why would you go in that direction? There's armed fucking cops right in front of you, and you went that direction. And I still want to know if there's anybody on the... Is that an electric door? Who the fuck opens this door? Is there a third person to the left? Watch how this door opens. So keep in mind, behind this door, DePape has a hand on the hammer and a hand on Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi's got a hand on the hammer and a drink in his other hand. And this door just opens all the way... Oh, so I don't know if it's an electronic door or what. This is just fucking shit. I noticed that Paul Pelosi didn't have a cardiac issue. I heard Paul Pelosi was on his sixth COVID booster shot, but didn't have a cardiac issue. Look at that door.
How you doing?
I don't really see anybody.
What's going on,
there.
man?
Hi.
Drop the hammer.
Nope. Hey.
What is going on right
I'm
now?
not getting an answer on call.
Oh, man. All right. So, to all of you mainstream media tards, to all of you left-wing lunatics saying that everything has been debunked, I think more questions have been raised by this. I'm willing to concede that it probably wasn't this particular evening was not a grinder date, but that just raises more questions. Why was that back door smashed and no alarms went off? Nobody's watching this house. Nobody's monitoring the house. They're telling you that the Capitol Hill police are monitoring it. There's cameras all the way around. Like, here's Mando. He pooped. He pooped on this place. He didn't even poop on the place. He's technically on the sidewalk in front of Nancy Pelosi's house. He pooped on the sidewalk in front of Nancy Pelosi's house, and you immediately arrested him. But you didn't arrest the dude. No police showed up until the guy got into the bathroom. The hostage was able to make it to the bathroom. The hostage was able to call 911. The hostage is demanding Capitol Hill police. The hostage taker is right there answering questions from dispatch. They both they answer the door with a fucking goofball smile. Paul Pelosi breaks free and runs to the fucking kitchen instead of the police. Being fair, hammered and pulled multiple times, puts glass outside and in. Yeah, I could see as he's breaking in the window, if he's pulling the window out so he can get in. Yeah, I'm fine with all that. I'm easily able to concede that the dude broke into the house. Easily able to concede. Fine, all right. If he broke into the house, how is it that easy to break into the house? You tell me after January 6th, where MAGA supporters tried to kill Nancy Pelosi, that the security around her house is so lax that you could break it. Was there a stand down order where the camera? Nothing makes any. That's what I'm saying. Nothing makes any sense. This doesn't fix anything. This makes everything way worse as far as I'm concerned. Again, which is why they wanted all of this sealed up. They didn't want this video out there. They could have very easily showed this video months ago and still said it was Donald Trump's fault, but they didn't. Because this video hurts the narrative. This video hurts the establishment narrative, and it just begs more questions. And so they didn't even want this. They don't want this released. This was only released because people sued the court. They sued the court. The cops checked to see if they had a baby in the oven. Oh, shit. Redneck brother. Honk, honk. Crazy. Looks 100% staged. I don't buy it. Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying it's staged, and they don't buy it. I hear you. I'm just saying, I like taking what the mainstream media press is saying and then saying, okay, let's go with what you're saying. Who's been fired? Who's in charge of the security over here? Who's in charge of Nancy Pelosi's security? Who's the tax-paying recipient of all of our hard-earned dollars, probably making close to $300,000 a year to protect Nancy Pelosi? Who fucked up? Who's been fired? Who's been demoted? Who's been investigated? This is a ridiculous. You can't break into my house without an alarm going off, and I'm an idiot. This is insane. It's too stupid to be stupid. And I know that there's security because, boom, in 2020 you arrested our boy Mando. Absolutely insane. So I was wrong. Paul Pelosi did get smashed in the head with a hammer. That dude got fucking boom, brain. And Left said, well, were you sorry now? You sorry? No, fuck no, I ain't sorry. I didn't have anything to do with it. I got nothing to do with it. And while they're telling you that this is your fault, wrap your head around this. They're still telling you that this is your fault. These people have the audacity to blame you for this attack, even with no proof, no evidence, no footage, no common sense. And they are still promoting people right now to illegally protest in front of Amy Coney Barrett's house, and they've got dead fucking doll babies and red paint in their fucking crotch, and they are demanding that Judge Kavanaugh be arrested. And this is all after that rhetoric, right? Because our rhetoric, questioning anything, got Nancy Pelosi killed. You guys actually almost got somebody killed, right? Remember this? This is CNN's thing, by the way. FBI says man accused of attempting to kill Brett Kavanaugh said he was shooting for 3 judges. Yeah. There's a guy. Again, I don't blame all lefties for this. I blame the dude who brought a gun to kill Kavanaugh. Arrest that dude. Arrest that dude. But don't tell me questioning the Nancy Pelosi situation. Don't tell me questioning the official narrative of Nancy Pelosi is what got her her husband brained, and it's all my fault. And at the same time, still encourage people to attack Kavanaugh. Go fuck yourself. You don't get to lecture me. I don't give a shit about you. I don't care about Paul Pelosi. I don't care that he got his fucking brain smashed in. I don't care. I'm going to lose no sleep tonight. By the way, a shit ton of people get brained. A bunch of Asians getting brained in San Francisco all the time. It's being done by black people. You're blaming white people, and then you never arrested anybody. Go fuck yourself. I mean, go fuck yourself. Everything's definitely corrupt. Searing Skull's got a great story, boys. Check them out on our business directory. It could be a date that just ended and Paul didn't want to pay, kicked out Dave. Dave came back, found the hammer, broke the window. I want to know how many times has David DePape been to this house? I want to know why there's no security. I want to know why Paul Pelosi ran to the fucking kitchen. There's a lot. I want to know why Paul Pelosi got a fucking drink in his hand at 2:30 in the morning while he's being held hostage. I have no idea. None of it makes any sense. And what I do know is everything that was released today just tells me that the mainstream media press are fucking asshole information terrorists, and everything they say, I am going to question. Everything that they say, I'm going to go against because I don't trust you. You are still blaming us for this, and it clearly, at bare minimum, was a mentally ill lunatic. Had nothing to do with MAGA, and the reason why you guys wanted to hide all of this is because Paul Pelosi got brained. And instead of you guys going out there and just telling people he got brained by a mentally ill person, you immediately blamed it on MAGA and you tried to use it for political currency. The fact that you try to use it for political currency means I get all my questions answered then. If you used it for political power, if you brought this to the political stage, well, then we're going to ask and we're going to demand a shit ton more questions. And of course, Nancy Pelosi is telling everybody that she will not talk about this anymore. She will not take questions on this anymore. So, information has been dropped. Videos have been released, 911 tapes have been released, and it has raised more questions. And Nancy Pelosi has said she will not answer any more questions regarding this. I won't be making any more statements about this case. Of course you won't. Of course you won't. Because you guys can't move forward anymore. This was supposed to be used to attack MAGA. It was supposed to be used to delegitimize Trump's movement and any opposition to you Democrat shitfuckers who are constantly trying to rape and kill babies. And now you don't want to talk about it anymore. Fuck you. You don't get that pleasantry of no more questions. We are going to hound you. And you better hope that Mando don't poop on your driveway anymore. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here on a Friday evening. Thank you so much for being a part of this movement. We get all types of information out there. We break it down, the mainstream media bullshit propaganda outlets, and we taking it to these fuckers one day at a time. Thank you for being here, giving us the power to do so. Big love to all of the mods helping the Soul Queen, Crackalactica, America Floats, Jim Russell, Von Sultanator, Kelsey Cade, Pasta Chowdelay, Papa Cotton, Dusty Rhodes, Hoods, Reverend Rant, Adrian, CEO Supreme, Sniper Steve, Space Pirate Ivan, Red Dawn Radio, and Salty D. Thank you so much. Let's do some of these super chats while we're doing that. You can support America-owned, Salty Army-owned businesses. One way to fight against the machine is to support these people. If you're looking for clothes, looking for soap, looking for ammo, looking for any of that good stuff, these guys got it over here and helps keep us Google fuck you AdSense free. The only fake part might be DePape's clothes, deep faked on. Shoulder looked a bit wonky, Ragnarok. And some people are saying the shorts are different. Before I get to questions like that, I want to know why can you break? How in the world is it possible to break the Speaker of the House's back window and not immediately alert authorities? How is that remote? That doesn't make any fucking sense. 0. X Trips, my favorite part is Paul Pelosi never drops his cocktail until he gets brained. That dude's a fucking pro. No party fouls. Right? No flags on the play, boys. He's got his fucking drink in his hand even when he gets brained. He could have used 2 hits to defend himself, but did not want to drop his drink. Holy shit. Typical lefty. Typical lush. That's a fucking Pelosi certified. You know what? I ain't dropping this drink or my $45,000 frozen Choco bar. Thanks, X Trips. Black Seed Saucer, YouTube is asso. You know, brother. D Fluster, thank you, brother. Pig Low C. Got it, brother. Now ISIS is shutting down roads and highways. And these truckers won't open highways up. What that's all about. DUI dash cam footage is interesting. The guy's Paul Pelosi. The left-hand side, you don't get to chastise us and harangue us for asking questions about a known drunkard who drives around hitting people, by the way. Paul Pelosi was just arrested for plowing. And then you guys lied about that. Every aspect they lied about. Paul Pelosi wasn't drunk. Paul Pelosi didn't hit anybody. Paul Pelosi didn't fail a sobriety test. Everything was fucking... You guys lied about all of that. You guys are constantly lying. So it's... Whenever you guys say something, we're going to question it, clearly. That's the only sane move. Question. Salty, I think CanCon nailed it. DePape had Paul blackmailed. Paul needed Capitol Police to murder David and the MSM paint him as a MAGA QAnon. That requires a whole lot. I like real simple. And David DePape. The odds that David DePape did not know Pelosi, the odds that David DePape just happened to break in to that house and not set off any alarms, had to break into one of the highest security places, clearly in San Francisco. He just happened to do all that. A mentally ill person can't just walk right in to the Speaker of the House's bedroom. That's too stupid to be stupid. I think Paul Pelosi knows David DePape. I don't know if it's gay sex. I don't know if it's drugs. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're selling body. I have no idea. I don't care. They could be traded fucking pogs for all I care. The bottom line is this. Somebody broke into that house and no fucking alarm was tripped. Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody who's got a mansion in San Francisco doesn't have an alarm system. This fucking dude broke the windows on Nancy Pelosi's house. That triggered the alarm across the fucking street. I'm telling you right now. It's probably a 6,000 foot square mansion on the inside. God knows what the property actually is. Breaking those windows triggered other people's alarms around the place. But not at this house. The alarm was turned off. And if the alarm wasn't turned off, it's even more. It just doesn't make any sense. Thanks, Barbarisa. Could be the date had just ended. Paul didn't want to pay, kicked him out. Yeah, Captain Beep, yeah. Boom, DePape allegedly worked for Pelosi's daughter as freelance photographer for a documentary. So there are images, yeah. Market. There's images of David DePape holding a mic, being a boom operator, being a grip. David DePape worked for the film of the film company of Nancy Pelosi's son or daughter, one of those two. This guy knew the family. He knew the family. Yeah, so thanks, Bargain. Thanks, Lutz. They forgot to arm the Corvette. Come on, Fat Blair. You know the thing. You know the cow. Trying to get a cow. Thanks, Dr. Pfister. That's going to pay for the taxes. Sounds like DePape called the cops and Paul took the phone from him, then attacked Paul when he saw they were local cops. Seems DePape was desperate to get away. Close equals serial killer. If somebody breaks into your house, so we've had this. We had somebody break into our house. When we called the police, we didn't say, by the way, we heard somebody in the backyard. We didn't say, we're going to be a little bit picky. I don't want, like, the regular police. Can you make sure that you send me a black officer who's gay? I would like an officer who is a homosexual, please. Can you send me a sergeant I would like the only officers arriving here to have been on the force for 15 years and to be second generation co-op. Nobody says that. Called the police. We said, there's somebody in the backyard and you're going to need to send a cop and probably an ambulance because if they come to the house, I'm going to fucking kill them. I'm going to fucking kill them. You're going to need to send a morgue mobile. And boy, the cops get to your house real fast when you tell them that you're going to shoot somebody. It's like, listen, somebody's in that backyard and they try coming in here, I'm going to fucking blast them. The cops get there real fast. They're like, holy, that's way too much paperwork. That's way too much paperwork. Can you, like, send, I'm being held hostage right now? Can you, I don't know, maybe send, like, the Capitol Police? They usually deal with this stuff. No, idiot. That doesn't make any sense. The thrill of the patty. The video's fake. If the video is real, it still asks a lot of questions. Dear Mr. Salty, my husband Dale loved the birthday shout out from you last year, so will you wish him a happy birthday again? Of course, Dale. Shake and bake, Dale. Boom. Never miss a show. Much love to you, Soul Queen. And we're not talking about the floof, right? Right? Floof. I need to shave that floof. The floof left. So I don't get, if the cat hairballs, I'm fine with that. But the cat left a dingleberry, and that's where I draw the DePap line, boys. All right, that cat almost got fucking DePap. Oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm just joking, as a joke. I would never do. I'm gonna get PETA up my balls. Do not want PETA up my balls. What's going on, Danny? Hello, Mr. Salty and Soul Queen. My life. I hope I'm not doxing anybody. My wife Laura and I love you both, as well as all of our friends. Mr. Salty, I've been with you guys since 2018, way before Mando pooped on Pelosi's house. Until I got banned from YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Now I follow you on Rumble. There's so much I wish I could tell you both, but you'd be 90 years old when I'm finished, so I'll just end it here. Keep kicking ass and taking names. Where we go, one we go. The Salty Packer Army, brother. Thank you so much. We salute you, Danny. We salute you. John, what's going on? David DePap could have finished the job on Paul Pelosi if the the hammer was solid gold. Oh. Here's what I know about David DePap. He's not Antifa, because that was a legitimate swing. That fucking dude got brained. Nancy tried to give Paul... Oh, listen, Pew Pew and Todd is bringing up an excellent point. If on Paul... Let's say Paul Pelosi woke up to a mentally ill person breaking into the house. Brother, Nancy Pelosi just tried to have you killed. If this isn't hyper weird shenanigans or a drug deal or a grinder thing, if this is a mentally ill dude just breaking into the house, Paul Pelosi, brother, your shitbag wife's trying to have you killed. That makes a lot of sense. That is one of the things that makes sense. I'll teach you to get drunk. Listen, damn it, Paul. See, Paul Pelosi just got arrested for a DUI where he crashed into somebody. What you didn't know was there's probably a small child in the boot of that fucking car. So that almost broke real badly, allegedly, for the Pelosi's. And Nancy Pelosi was like, I ain't gonna let that happen again, Paul. I'm gonna DePap you. Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on. It's crazy. Did you play Tyson James' new rap video called Bodies earlier this week about sudden deaths? Lyrics are pure fire. A la Bryson Gray style. No. I didn't play that one yet. Covenator. Bryson Gray's got some savage energy. The guy goes, you fucking with me? Got a DM. You fucking with me? I'm like, what? I don't think so. I'm a big fan, so probably not. I think there was a super chat or some. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I love that. That's the type of energy that they want to wash out of men these days. Don't just stand up for yourself. Don't just stand up for yourself. So Bryson, if you're out there, brother, no. You're fucking with me. That dude's on a hair trigger. That's what you need. In this fucking clown world out here. Oh man, we need some fucking masculinity. Yeah, don't let anybody fuck with you. To all you doomers out there, the scalps are piling up bigly. Saw that meme that had the stats, and I was like, boom, bitches. You know, I was hoping that Rona Romney McDaniels would lose. I guess that was too much hope, but that would have been I wanted that scalp. I gotta be honest with you. I wanted that. That chick knows that Romney's such a shitbag name that she's hiding that she's a Romney. Rhoda McDaniel hiding that Romney energy. There ain't no way fucking Mittens Romney stealing elections, boys. There ain't no way anybody voting for that dude. His fucking daughter's hiding her name, and she still fucking wins. And then Trump Trump fucking congratulated her, and I was like, oh my god, what are we doing? I'm hoping that Donald Trump has some sort of game plan. Donald Trump backing Kevin McCarthy, backing Ronna McDaniel. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm hoping that he knows something. I'm hoping he's got some sort of trump card up his sleeve. Why the fuck would you congratulate that chick? She has done nothing for us. She has fucked over MAGA. She's clearly working with the globalists. She's a shitbag piece of trash. Why the fuck would you? Why would you remotely even put something out congratulating her? Fuck that chick. That being said, Donald Trump has put out a lot of videos the last few days that have been pure fire, though. So, I don't know. Oh, it's his niece. Sorry, it's his niece. Romney McDaniel's the niece. Thank you, guys. On being asked by Nancy to fulfill his marital obligations, Paul was heard to reply, "Not tonight, dear." He does not have any almost dead. That dude fucking brained him. Brained him so hard. Holy shit. This makes a lot of sense. Here you go. You need to go into the resident. Grand old memes on fire. That's fucking insane. That's definitely going to get you on Capitol Hill. Investigation, grand old memes. Idiot DePape has film that he made working for Pelosi's daughter at January 6th. Money dispute with Nancy over some prior arrangement. Yeah. When it comes to these things, there is imagery of DePape working with the Pelosi's. The daughter of the son, I can't remember. I think they're both working from the same thing. Okay, all right. How did he break into this house? How did he break into this house and not set off an alarm? That's my key question. Whether he was upset with the Pelosi's, whether he was maybe he was kicked out, or the guy's he's either homeless or climbing Mount Everest, guys. What the fuck is with all of these backpacks? So he's got multiple completely filled up backpacks. And if he's homeless, that's the tidiest homeless person backpack I've ever seen. Micro miniature cows are less than 36 inches in height at the hip. In general, miniature cattle breeds range anywhere from one. Dude, what are you doing? Space Target. Fucking stop, man. Because I'm going to get two of those. We're going to get arrested. California, they're like, you can have a cow over here. Thanks. I need miniature. Do they have miniature elephants? Get one of those too. Yeah, the diets. I saw a shit. The memes last night on Patriots.win were fire. Epic fire as fuck. I'm telling you. They had died suddenly, lied suddenly. Those guys are on fire over there. Salty, I am sad. The liberal mind virus has seemingly affected people at random. If haven't seen someone in 3 years, I can't assume that they're still a friend. I hear you. I've got a little bit of social autism, so it doesn't cut me that badly. But pretty much everybody that I used to know is an idiot. My wife is still in contact with people over the last, 15, 20 years on like Instagram and Facebook. And she'll be like, oh, look, this person's up to this and saying this. I'm like, oh, that person's an idiot now. We used to be good friends, but fuck that person. And so, I don't know. It's war, guys. It's war. It's war. Damn. The murder theory makes sense. No security, and Nasty gets to hear all the ink. Oh, shit. Yeah, they'll tell you Paul Pelosi is an economic, financial genius, stonk trading genius, outperforming all of these career Wall Street big brains. But when he gets hostage took in the middle of the night, he doesn't leave when he gets the chance. He doesn't. When the police show up, he runs to the kitchen. When the police are 2 feet the fuck away from him, he runs to the kitchen. But he's a genius. He's a genius, guys. Maybe he was fucking blitzoed. This brings more questions. More questions. I like the Nancy Pelosi one, though. You embarrassed Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi. I put it on locals. I don't know. Guys, it's now been probably a few days. Where's my locals at? Benny Johnson was interviewing the Hunter Biden laptop dude. That guy's got 15 fucking names. The repairman, Isaac, something. The 23rd. It's 4 days old, which is essentially 8 years old in the meme wars. The guy, Hunter Biden, put out a hit on a bouncer, so it's not out of the possibility that Nancy Pelosi tried to have Paul Pelosi killed. That's why she won't talk about it anymore. Nancy Pelosi's like, fuck, he lived? All right, well, I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
My personal fear that I haven't seen addressed is, like Hunter had an interaction with a bouncer. He had another bouncer friend that he was trying to get into a club. This other guy threw him out. And then he proceeded to demand that he gets his friend Frankie, the other bouncer, to give him the other bouncer's name so that he could have him killed.
Holy fuck! Holy fuck! We have the receipts of this on this laptop. We have this exchange. Hunter Biden tried to have somebody fucking killed. These people are just monsters, guys. There's a reason why they got no problem with dead babies. It's nothing with these people. YouTube has Pelosi as a serial killer banned from their super chat. Oh man, YouTube knows. I'm going with the serial killer. Serial killer. If Big Tech's banning it, then you know it's true. YouTube, people are saying YouTube got rid of the Project Veritas. Yeah, they gave it a strike. Yeah. The murder theory makes sense. No security. Yep. No security. That's the $25,000. Thanks, Biden inflation. $25,000. Not that big of a. What year was that show on? Like the 70s. Did I even have the right $25,000 question? The $1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar question at this point is, what the fuck is wrong with the security at Nancy Pelosi's $6 million fucking mansion? What is going on over here? What is going on over here? How come the mainstream media press don't want to talk about that? Oh, that's right, because they know. Laura, the band, with all the talk about Ben Shapiro and Tim Pool, I felt obligated to chime in and say fuck them and diesel dildo fence they wrote in on them. At least Steven Crowder had the balls to question the COVID psyop and the stolen election. Tim and Ben are just cuck shills for the establishment. Anyway, it's a little bit weird to me that Steven Crowder would say, oh my God, we got to do something to stop the big con and big conservative. They're working with big tech. And the outlet that he went to was the Tim Pool show, where Tim Pool bends over backwards to make sure that he doesn't upset YouTube. Everything that Steven Crowder said that he was fighting against, you just went on a show that does nothing but protect its interest on you. None of that. The Paul Pelosi shit makes more sense than the Steven Crowder Daily Wire thing. I'm glad that's dying away. I'm glad that nobody gives a fuck, by the way. He thought that was going to be a big deal. Nobody gives a fuck. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anybody talk about this in now a couple of days. So I'm glad that we're moving on from that entire thing. Shout out to the prisoner who beat those two pedos to death. Oh, with a cane. Brad Allen and 451 Actual both made a video on Tyson James' Bodies Challenge, hoping one of the Salty Army friends win. And of course, stream is always fire. True sanity, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much. $64,000 question. Sorry, sorry. Listen, to be honest with you, I am 58 years old, but that show was a little bit ahead of my time. Little bit ahead of my time. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what Owen Benjamin had to say about the Stephen, because Owen Benjamin used to work for Steven Crowder. This is the last thing I'm going to say on this. Just move on real fast. I don't care. Steven Crowder's trying to make the dude's got a family. He's got like 2 kids. And I don't begrudge anybody trying to make money, especially with what's coming, right? Especially we've taken sponsors on the show. You know, a lot of people don't like that we've taken sponsors on the show. I got clearly no problem with somebody trying to make it in this world. The guy, I just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. If you come out and say, no, I'm trying to get what I can get. I'm trying to get, I put a lot on the line. I've risked a lot. I've made some very powerful enemies, and the guy's clearly good at what he does. Clearly good at what he does. He's a fucking phenom. Fine. Go out there and get yours. Awesome. Don't blow smoke up my balls. Don't tell me that you care about fucking. I care about somebody that I've never met, somebody I've never heard of. I care so much about it. You didn't care about Owen Benjamin. You care about that dude. I don't know what the fuck happened with you and not gay Jared. And so I like a lot of what Steven Crowder does. I loved watching Steven Crowder when not gay Jared, when the show was smaller, when it was smaller. I thought it was something I would listen to a lot. I don't know who the fuck all these other guys are these days. And I just don't want to be lied to. That's our entire movement, the entire audience that you're talking to. They're done with people lying to them. And nobody on our side cares if you're trying to get yours. Nobody cares. You're good at what you do. If you can hit 70 home runs a fucking year, go get yours. Yes, go get it. Fuck yeah, go get it. You could bat you could bat 400. Go get yours. Go. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. That's it. MAGA is a group of savages who are done with people fucking lying to them. Just don't lie to people. It's weird. It's weird. So, I don't know. Where the fuck this is going. This news, Paul Pelosi on 3-year probation was 8/23. Attack happened 10/28. His DUI program was 90 days. California requires sobriety during. Oh no, the video showed him. The video showed a probation violation. Oh shit, wouldn't that be funny? The fuck was in that cup? What was it? What was it that can? Oh no, RM Rabbit on fire. Dave Landau. I probably watched Dave Landau. I'd like to see him probably just kind of on his own, I guess. I thought Owen Benjamin was better than Dave Landau, and I don't know what was really Owen Benjamin questioning space. What got him kicked off of the fucking Crowder show? I gotta get back on Owen's. I gotta talk to Owen again because I really want to deep dive that whole situation. What does Owen was talking about not gay Jared and the NDA and all this type of stuff. Like, why did he? The Owen separation from the Crowder show was very weird. Got fired like on a fucking weekend, and then was told that he wasn't fired, and then found out that he was fired months later. It was fucking weird. The whole thing's weird. Drop the pedo slayer into Davos and tell him he has to earn his freedom. Holy shit. He just has to do what he does best. 7 Legion Studios. Put a GoPro on his cane. Can we do that? We have fucking Running Man energy over here. Running Man energy. That seems to make sense. Nancy decides to handle Paul and blame it on Trump supporters. The left-hand side's their motto is never let a crisis go to waste. So if it was a gay orgy, if it was just a mentally ill person breaking in the house, no matter what it is, they're going to blame Trump supporters. And that's the big takeaway. No matter what it is, we showed a CNN headline. 5 cops beat to death a black dude, right? I guess the footage was released during the stream. 5 cops beat to death a black dude, and they blame white people, of course. It's still racism. Still racism. CNN Van Jones beating on 5 beating death of Tyree Nichols by 5 black police officers is on racism. Yeah, of course it is. And now it looks like they're shutting down, getting ready to start mostly peacefully burning shit down in Memphis. So if you in Tennessee, there you go. Watch out. Watch out. I tell you this, come February 1st, I'm going to find out who that inmate in California's prison is, and I'm going to put $100 on his books. Oh, shit. Next week. Yep. Marianne Bashir, German lady who shot daughter's killer in court in 1981. Badass mom. That video is awesome. This shows. We should have named this episode Pedo Slayer. Yeah, there's a video. It's been flying around lately. I saw it a few months ago. It's old because I think this happened in the 80s. But this fucking sicko molests and kills this poor 8-year-old girl. The mom smuggles a gun into the courtroom, and she just stands there with a stone face and puts 5 rounds into a piece of shit. And the atrocity of it is they gave her 3 years. She spent 3 years in prison. She shouldn't have spent 3 days in prison. Clearly. Fucking Germans. And the look on her face. Poor mom. Yeah, that fucking that pedophile killed 2 people that day. He killed that daughter and he killed that mom. He didn't recognize it. So that mom was like, "Fuck it, I'm already dead. Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you." The only shame in that courtroom that day was the guy died instantly, guys. Shoot him in the stomach. No, allegedly. I heard don't shoot anybody. Let me just let me get myself out of trouble. Don't shoot anybody. I heard that shooting people in the stomach is very painful. Holy shit. Self-defense, guys. Self-defense. Crowder's clearly on the good side of this. He exposed DW for the controlled opposition. How's he lying? I didn't say he's lying. With his exposing of Daily Wire. Crowder went out and he said that I have to record my contract negotiations. And I have to expose the Daily Wire, and I've got to bring the Daily Wire down because they are signing people up to a contract that makes them beholden to big tech. Okay. And he goes, big tech's the enemy. And we can't have this type of stuff. And then he goes out on all of his show is beholden to big tech. Right? He's trying to position himself that and then he says, I'm standing up. It's not about the money. I turned down all of the money because I care about them not signing young YouTuber, up and coming YouTubers to an atrocious contract. He doesn't care about up and coming YouTube. He doesn't. He can't possibly care about up and coming YouTubers. Yeah, I mean, what has he done to show you that he cares about up and coming YouTubers? I was an up and coming YouTuber. Remember that. If you're busy waiting for other people to help you, you're never going to be successful. God helps those who help themselves. It's a very simple thing. And you're never going to be successful if you're waiting for bigger people to come and no, you need to forge your own path in this world. And don't blow smoke up my ass and tell me that you turned down a $55 million contract because you care about Daily Wire signing somebody else up. And then as you go out there and tell everybody how much you hate big tech and how much you're fighting against big tech, the only place that you go in order to fight them is on Tim Pool's channel, where Tim Pool is not going to tell you that the vaccine's poison. Tim Pool tells you climate change is real. Tim Pool is the dude will do whatever YouTube. If YouTube told that dude to jump off a fucking bridge, he would do it. The dude will never do anything to upset his YouTube overlords. So don't tell me that you care so much about big tech and their stranglehold on information, and then go on to a platform where the dude's fucking sucking Susan Wojcicki's dick. I respect Tim Pool's grind. I respect what Tim Pool has built, but don't go out there and tell me that you're some sort of freedom fighter against big tech. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. The reason why we don't do the show and leave it up on YouTube is because we'll get banned. The information war requires that you get as many views as possible on YouTube and then take them the fuck off of that platform. Just keep doing that. He was doing that with the Mug Club stuff. Don't lie to people. That's it. Just don't lie to people. Don't tell people that you care about upping contracts of people that you don't even know. This doesn't make any sense. And he's silenced Sven Computer. He has silenced Not Gay Jared. I would never pay somebody to sign a piece of paper to silence them. That's so fucking insane. That's one of the most insane fucking things in the world to do to somebody. Imagine telling somebody that they're not allowed to talk anymore. You're going to pay them so they don't ever fucking talk again. Why are you doing that? What the fuck are they going to say that you're so worried about that you paid them not to talk again? You care so much about contracts that Daily Wire might sign with up and coming YouTubers. You paid Owen Benjamin $35 an hour. And listen, $35 an hour is a good wage. But that seems exploitive to me. Owen Benjamin, that's a dude with a comedic resume who could have made more money on other platforms. Owen Benjamin makes more money than that now, right? But he was working with Steven Crowder because he liked what Steven Crowder was doing. He wanted to be part of what Steven Crowder was doing. And there is a financial aspect that is not necessarily monetary for working with Steven Crowder. And Steven Crowder paid him $35 an hour to do that. But then complains about a contract that Daily Wire. And again, I don't have a problem with what he's doing, other than don't tell me that you care about, big tech silencing you while you're silencing Not Gay Jared. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So, Salty YouTube, I'm a MAP by Crowder. It's a CIA parody. Uh-oh. What is that, JD? Yep. Yo, Salty Army, hello from Israel, out of Element here in the Sandbox. Mythos, traveling the world, Mythos, stay safe. See Trump congratulate Ronan. I did see it. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That chick is trash. My God, I'm considering changing my party affiliation from Republican to Independent. I'm sick of both parties. Ruby Mestizo. Yep. It all makes perfect sense. You're way off base, Salty. It all makes perfect sense. If you can explain to me that how does Steven Crowder? You're not going to change the Daily Wire's business model. Steven Crowder is going to turn down Daily Wire's contract and then force them to change their business model. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Steven Crowder is going to set up his own version of Daily Wire. Steven Crowder is going to, I assume, go out and create his own Daily Wire based off of Mug Club, and he's going to hire a bunch of YouTube content creators with 1,000 subscribers, and then he's going to pay them $1 million each, right? Right, and nothing's going to be based on ad revenue. He's not going to take any of their merch sales. He's not going to have them do ad reads. Steven Crowder is going to do that, right? Because that's what he said. He said he cares so much about making sure that these people don't get tied into exploitive contracts. And again, he recorded a contract negotiation with Daily Wire. He is at war with the Daily Wire. So if he does all of that, then more power. Then I'll eat my shoes if he does that. But he's not going to do it because that's a horrible business model. He's not going to do that because that wouldn't make any fucking sense. And he hasn't done that in the past. So I mean, If I'm way off base, I disagree. I think you're being naive. I don't think you understand what you're talking about. And I think that when you like somebody a lot, you 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 can't perceive that they're lying to you. Steven Crowder doesn't have a track record of going out with. I'm sorry. Is there a segment on the show where he goes and he promotes YouTubers? Is there a segment on the show where he goes and he promotes people like Savannah Hernandez or any of these people who've got less views than him? I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't watch the show anymore, so I don't care. Crowder had Jeremy from the quartering on his live stream. I say, like with Musk, we take the W regardless. It did help small content creators by calling out the criminals. But everybody knows that the Daily Wire sucks. I mean, MAGA doesn't like Ben Shapiro. The Daily Wire is going to put out a good article every now and then. You get good fruit from a poison tree every now and then. Hey, but I don't see this groundswell of support for Ben Shapiro. No, nobody likes that. And again, could you imagine our side saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you're signing exploitive contracts"? That sounds like some fucking lefty talking points. If you don't like the contract, don't sign the contract. Nobody's forcing you to sign the contract. Any idiot with a hammer can destroy in minutes what a master craftsman took years to create. Yeah, that's Antifa. That is Antifa. I hope that all of these people continue to do things that help us fight against these criminals. I am not shocked at all that the Daily Wire requires the people that it signs contracts with to stay in the good graces of YouTube. I don't like it, but I'm not going to lie to you. We do that. There's an information war going on. There are 1 billion plus people who are trapped on YouTube. They're not going to go to Rumble. They're not going to go to Odyssey. They're not going to go to BitChute. They have created a monopoly through all of this bullshit lizard people shenanigans over on YouTube. Google is a monstrous entity, and it has created and exploited a situation where they've got a monopoly on people. There's 1 billion plus people on that fucking platform, and they've ring fenced it. And if you're going to grow, and if you're going to engage in an information war, you need to sneak onto the enemy platform, and you need to reach as many people as possible. And the best thing that you can do out of that situation is take people off that platform. We've been doing that for years. We've been doing that for years. I'm not lying to anybody about it, right? The daily videos are structured in a way that we can mock, make fun of, and ridicule the mainstream media talking points and assault and attack the agenda of these left-wing assholes. They're done purposely in a way to make sure that we get accurate information out there, and we also are crawling beneath the barbed wire, and we're staying out of the spotlights. We're on enemy territory. I ain't fucking lying to anybody. I'm not telling anybody that I'm doing something for. There's no proof of any of these talking points coming out of these big places. They've got more hurdles to jump through. They're bigger targets. They're bigger entities, and clearly they are moving a shit ton of money around. And so they've got bigger issues to fry over there. I think Crowder would have been fine if he would have said, "Listen, the Blaze fucked me. The Blaze took my email list. The Blaze won't even tell me how people are subscribed. The Blaze fucked me. So I'm not working with another entity that fucked me. And by the way, I reached out some other places, and they want me to do a contract. Listen, point out where the numbers don't add up right. Point out where you're going to fucking actually lose. You're going to be paying Daily Wire fucking money if you get banned off of everything. Point that out. That's fine. That's fine. My only issue was moving into this area where he tells everybody how, he cares about. He says this. He says, I turned down $50 million, not for me, but I turned it down because of the up-and-coming YouTuber. Hey, the fucking Daily Wire don't give a fuck about up-and-coming YouTubers, right? The Daily Wire don't give. That's the part that just rubs me the wrong way. There are plenty of aspects that you can come at where you're gonna come out fine and clean. Nobody's exploiting you, right? Because you don't have to sign that contract. You don't have to do it. It's very simple. It's very simple. I think the guy's going to set up his own. I think he's going to set up his own platform. I think it's going to be a Crowder entity, and I hope it's awesome. I hope it's fantastic, and I hope he brings on other people. I hope that he lives up to his rhetoric, and I hope that he makes and signs contracts with up and coming content people. I hope he does a revenue split. I hope he does all of these things that he's talking about. Awesome, fucking awesome. I don't have a problem with any of that. That would be great. We need more and more and more fight in this over there. And if you can generate $120 million, then there's plenty of room to amplify, to take that money and turn it into informational weapon apparatus to fight these fucking cocksuckers. Yeah, awesome. More cool. Cool. Yeah. So did you see Trump call Micah Mike? No, I did not see him call Micah Mike on True Social. Boha free after party on Pastor Chalet, boys. After party over there. Thanks, bro. Watch Barnes and Rakita talk about this. You'll understand everything. I'm not going to watch. I'm done. I just there's just some leftover residual exhaust from this. I think this story's done with. And I don't give a fuck about Crowder, and I don't give a fuck about Daily Wire. And so I'm not doing deep dives on these two people infighting at this point. Appreciate it, though. Alex Jones stands with Crowder. Cool. I mean, if I had to pick a side, I would pick the side that makes better content. I would go with Crowder. But I don't begrudge anybody. Just just go out there, do what you're talking about. Do it. A contract is only as good as the people signing it. Jeffrey Fry. The Daily Wire people. The thing that I'm glad that came out of this was that Steven Crowder was able to expose that the Daily Wire. People kind of assumed Ben Shapiro had a deal with Facebook, but now you better bet your balls that the Daily Wire has a deal with YouTube. Daily Wire has a deal with Facebook and YouTube. Daily Wire is in bed with those people. Steven Crowder's not wrong when he says this. He's not, that aspect's 100% right. Daily Wire is controlled opposition. They have a deal with YouTube and Facebook that they're not explaining to people. I think that part right there, if you would have just done that part, that would have been insane. Because there's nothing to criticize with that. That's true. You just showed that. Awesome. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Thank you for proving that the Daily Wire set up a corporation with hundreds of millions of dollars of market cap, and it's completely dependent on YouTube ads. Thank you for showing everybody that, because that's fucking insane. That's an insane thing to do. Daily Wire is Fox News. So the machine keeps doing this. The machine will take an independent outlet like The Drudge and the Drudge Report, and then it'll buy it, and it will turn it into shit. It'll take Marvel and buy it and turn it into shit. It'll take Star Wars and buy it and turn it into shit. And the machine has taken Daily Wire, and it is turning it into shit. And Steven Crowder doesn't want to be a part of that. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm glad that you don't want to be a part of it. Show everybody, and then move on. And then instead of us talking about why is there no security for Nancy Pelosi, or why is Antifa burning down the place right now, or why is there a dude in Pfizer talking about mutating drugs or viruses on a day, instead of spending more time talking about stuff that actually matters, we're talking about the business contract between an entity worth hundreds of millions of dollars and a dude trying to get $120 million. It's just it's not a good use of our time. Wish DW would have such change to get off YouTube too. Why can't they create an alternative model funded by OnlyFans? See, I wish they would come out and say, listen, it's just not feasible at this point. Everybody is all pretending that they're not bending to YouTube. Of course we're bending to YouTube. There's 1 billion people on that platform. We have to get people off that platform. We have to break the monopoly. Both sides are pretending like oh, we're not doing this. Everybody's doing this. That's where all they have. This is an aspect of this warfare that they've done. the machine has taken everybody and put them into internet gulags. Everybody was supposed to stay on Facebook. Everybody was supposed to stay on YouTube. Everybody was supposed to stay on Twitter. That was key to overthrowing the world. That's the key. And we have to, you have to bend in these directions to stay on those platforms. Look at Project Veritas. They were on Twitter. They were doing great work. They were a threat to the establishment. They get kicked off of Twitter. Elon, thank God, buys Twitter, puts them back on, and they reached 20 million people with that virus date thing. 20 million people. That's the power of these institutions. We have to assault them and steal views from them. We have to break them open and free the people who've been silenced on them. This could all be done. It could all be done. But just don't lie to people. I don't want Daily Wire lying to people. I don't want Crowder lying to people. Don't lie to people. Just tell people what you're doing. And free not gay Jared. I don't think that's asking too much. There are no alternatives if no one builds said alternatives. See, that's again. We should take a lot of great, especially listen to look at you people right now. Go, you fucking savages. There's 19,000 people right now in an after party over here on Rumble. We're doing this. This community is doing this. This community is putting together an alternative to YouTube. You guys are building an alternative to YouTube. We should be. I don't give a fuck what Crowder's doing. I don't care what the Daily Wire is doing. I care what we're doing. Look at what we've done as a community. We have made this place. You guys are helping Rumble grow. You are building Rumble's pipes. You are building an alternative. This is an after party. And you guys have got 20 fucking thousand people over here. Don't worry about what these other people are doing. Worry about what we're doing. We are making Rumble a place where businesses want to work with Rumble to sell ads because you put 20 fucking thousand people on one show in an after party. You guys did this with word of mouth. You guys, we don't have an advertising budget over here. We don't run advertisements. I don't waste fucking money on Times Square. I don't take your hard-earned fucking money and turn it into stupid shit. You guys are spreading the show. You guys are building up a parallel YouTube. You're building up a parallel streaming service. You're building up a parallel media corporation. And we're doing it by not fucking lying to each other, circle jerking each other. If you disagree with me, you tell me you disagree with me. If I disagree with somebody in the chat, we work this shit out and we move forward. And we are building an apparatus over here to fight back against these people. And you don't have to exploit anybody. You just got to be honest with everybody. And we're reaching into YouTube to grab people off that platform to bring them over here. We're kicking ass. Our site is fucking awesome. We should celebrate what we're doing more about. We should celebrate what we're doing more than worrying about what other people are doing. It's not completely dependent on YouTube. They can calculate 25% reduction to omit YouTube. It's fascinating how much the contract for Crowder was going to be tied to YouTube. It's just no sane, unless you have a deal with YouTube, you would not make that contract. And I assume they've done that with Matt Walsh, with Candace Owens, with the other people. It's a suicide. Prayers up for Loza Alexander, the guy who created Let's Go Brandon song. He was just diagnosed with leukemia. That sucks. Pixie dust. Dr. Fisher, thanks again, bro. Thanks again. The Salty Army is Legion. Good night, bro. JDPM. Thank you, friend. Thank you, guys. I think that's probably a good place. It's a good place to call it. By the way, diesel dildo is the new favorite salty phrase. Thanks, bro. Glory to the band. Like his nose sauteed with MAGA sauce. Interesting. Thanks, bro. Jerry and Joel, thank you so much. And everybody else, thank you for being here on a Friday evening. Big numbers on a Friday on alternative media as we continue to take this information war to the next level to make America great again. Let's get some applause going for the Salty Army. You guys are making waves. And I'll go check in on Memphis to see if it's still around. But I got a weird feeling that while Antifa burns, we'll continue building. And that's how you save Western civilization. Thank you, Mad Lads. I'll see you guys on Sunday, 4:30 avocado time. Till then, stay safe, stay salty, stay away from lefties. They'll break into your house and hit you with a bald penis hammer in your head. Don't drop your